I know I've been quiet for a minute.
Hey, all work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. Fuck the comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chilling in the desert, I'm good under pressure. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. So this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Hey, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for whatever, I'll be front and center. Quick to sever, however, whoever. Raining from above, we shooting down through your umbrella. Ay, getting fed up, nothing you could tell us. Snapping every shot I take, just wait till it develops. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. So this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found. So this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles. From the ground with me to the clouds, never coming down. That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about.
3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. It's a new day, days been new. Been a decade since I made it out of rental. We some owners, baby, we don't got no rent due. Might trick, but my wife, you like to trick too. Merry Christmas, hey Saint Nick. What we want, get, we on wait list. How we got here doesn't make sense. Have patience, that'll make sense. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. Picking up the slack, joining this prime way, I'm getting to the rack. I do what I want, when I want, where I want, no cap. Put in all work, now I'm getting to the back. 25-8, I got money on my mind. Live life great, but I'm always on the grind. Navy blue tank, I don't wear it for the time. Real hustler, baby, throw my rollie in the sky.
Get ready for blast off.
Ball pointing cushy, so you know it's berserk. Trevor on the mix, so you know we gon' work. I might leave in one, find the beach and go surf. I'ma ride the wave till I'm out of this earth. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. I can flip a dollar to $1 million. I don't like to brag, but I'm really on. 3, 2, 1. Anywhere I'm at, turn the city up. 3, 2, 1. I don't like to brag, but I'm really.
Mute Monster got you, brother.
Come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Flipping Tables we're in the building tonight. I'm so happy and excited to be here tonight with my brother from another mother, the velvet voice of YouTube himself. Lost in Translation is in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Put your damn hands together. Come on, come on, come on.
Let's go.
Man, how you doing tonight, brother?
Let's go, man. Let me tell you, I've been waiting on this all day, man.
Man.
I've been waiting on this all day.
Wait. Let's
you know,
go.
we locked and loaded, man. We ready to go, man. How you doing today, man? Let me forget what I'm talking about. How you doing, brother?
Man, you already know what I'm about. Every week it's the same for me. I'm honeymoon happy and peacock proud to be in the building with such astute Black intellectual people. All right. My grandmother said the more people hate on you means that you're doing something worth doing.
That's
right.
right.
So if nobody's talking about you, you ain't worth a damn. So I'm so happy that we're here with all the people on this panel tonight. We're going to get talked about tonight. Listen,
of course.
Lost, I've been dealing with a lot, man. You know, I've been unfriended by family and friends. Because, you know, Kumala, Kikimala has been a trigger for them.
That's a hood name, Kiki Mala. You know what I'm saying?
Mala. It's been a trigger for these niggas. And so they've been mad and they said, you know, I had my cousin last night, Butch, shout out to him if he's watching. Butch said to me, this ain't no fun and games. I'm watching because every day I put a short out about her. He said, it ain't no fun and games what you doing. It's always somebody going against Black people. That's why we can't never get ahead. I said, well, Butch, when a Black person run, we'll get back together. Yeah. But you know, at the end of the day, man, you know what it's about. When you know what it's about. But anyway, we got a house full tonight. The sanctuary is filling up right now. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Also donate to the channel because that's important to keep the channel healthy. How can you get something great out of something you're not pouring into? So tonight, if you will, the collection plate is going to be rolling all night. Make sure you hit that Cash App and show your boy some love.
Show me money.
We have in the sanctuary tonight anyway, my brother.
Well, let's start from the top. Of course, you know we got to take heed to the message in the building.
Hey.
Followed by embrace the grace. You know what I mean? And of course, we got Lala in the building. Always glad to see her, man. Always glad to see her. Who else do we have? Marriage, politics, and sports, also known as R. Payne. We got him in the building. We also have Celine in the building. How you doing? And we also have the lovely, the beautiful, the magnanimous.
Come on.
Melania in the chat. So graceful, so lovely, so beautiful. Yes, indeed. Let me quit reminiscing. Listen, we also got Quincy Robinson in the building. JT from the What We Know podcast. You know what I mean? And we also got Braxton, the Snake Fiend in the building. Appreciate you. It's always a pleasure to see you, brother. And we also have the lovely Katalia in the house. As always, great supporter. Also a moderator of the channel, friend of the family. Thank you so much for coming out. Who else do we have in the building? Also, we have Highway 20 Skinny in the building. 10-4. Got your ears on, son. And who else do we have? Who else? Let me see who else. We also have my boy in the building, Boss Man, also known as the Objectivist in the building, as always. JT in the building, as always. And who else do we have? Let me see. King Libra sneaking in. I see you. Who else do we have? Also, we have Curtis Moore in the building. Salute. Glad to have you back. Also, we got Hot Sauce peeping in, looking in from behind the curtains. Appreciate it. See you, Hot Sauce. And who else do we have? We also have Beak in the building saying hey to Katalia. And let's see. And did I miss anybody, man? Oh, can't forget about Green Beans in the building. Yes, indeed. Cutting green beans in the house. I see you. And let us see. I want to make sure we ain't forgetting nobody. Carl Anderson in the building. Yes, indeed. And
whoa. He said what now?
You already know what he
what?
said, man. He said, come on, kill it today. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. You can come on in.
We love you, Carl.
Come on in.
We would love, Carl, stay here.
Pull up.
Come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
That's right. Welcome to the channel, brother.
Yeah. We got a nice little treat for you tonight.
Yes. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody, man. Let me see. I think this chat rolling, man. They starting to come on. I think that is everybody. I didn't leave anybody else. Oh, we got 18. She slipped up in here. How you doing, darling? Good to see you. I think that's it so far. So we got them still rolling in, man.
Now, before we bring everybody up, take heed to the message. Sent me the first Cash App of the night. Thank you so much. Take heed. Your $3 Cash App. She say, please play my song. Now, take heed. Is it this one? Or is it this one?
Whatever you want, whoa, whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Oh, whatever you need, then nothing I won't do. Oh, whatever you want, oh, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, my heart belongs to you. Whatever you need, there's nothing I won't do. Whatever you want, my heart belongs to you.
That's right. We got plenty more where them silver foxes came from. Just keep those donations rolling in.
Absolutely.
So we'll keep them silver foxes on deck for you.
All right, man. Say, let's start bringing up these people, man. I want to bring up tonight. I want to bring up the first person I want to bring up is JT from What We Know Podcast in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, my brother?
Yes, indeed. What up, JT?
What's going on, fellas? Popping.
What's happening?
Not much, man. You know it.
I also want to bring up another ball guy. He don't never wear a cap. But this guy used to be a stripper, used to be a dancer, engineer. They say he engineered the first pole he swung on. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for yours truly. Our Payne is in the building.
Hello.
What's happening, our Payne?
At the bottom and the top, so.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, you see this young man on Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9:30 Central Standard Time. He is the boss of his channel. Boss Man is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
What's happening?
That's what's happening. How are you?
I'm excited about this. Ladies and gentlemen, last but not least at all, the ladies are coming up. Let's give it up for yours. Listen, this young lady right here has big hair. She's well aware, dragging a wagon from here to there. If you don't mind catching a case, she'll kiss you dead in the face. And she'll definitely give you grace. Give it up for Embrace the Grace in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on?
Yeah. Listen, the next lady I want to bring up is the queen of YouTube herself. This woman is blowing up. She's blowing up like a missile in Israel today. And I want to say that she's amazing. And she likes to talk a lot of shit. And the shit that she be talking is just, she can walk it like she talk it. And if you got something you want to say, she just gonna move your ass out the way. Take heed to the messages in the building.
It's a hell of an intro.
I'm telling you. Thank you.
That's my girl.
Oh my God.
Hey, take heed. Hold on. Yeah. I'm gonna do your intro again. Here we go. Take heed to the message. Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Good to see you. Take heed to the message is in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, we have a lot of things to go through tonight. And for all the people who are supporting Kamala, Kiki Mama, we're glad that you're here because we want to discuss some things with you tonight as well. We have a few shorts that we're going to go through as first, but I want to start with Bill Clinton. All right, boss man, can we get Bill Clinton up here on the screen? Because Bill Clinton had some things to say. Let's see what he had to say.
This guy.
All right, Bill Clinton was asked about the death of Laken Riley and illegal immigration, and he basically just goes and cuts a TV ad for Donald Trump. Take a look.
You had a case in Georgia not very long ago, didn't you? They made an ad about a young woman who'd been killed by an immigrant. Yeah, well, if they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened. But if they're all properly vetted, and that doesn't happen, and America is not having enough babies to keep our populations up, so we need immigrants that have been vetted to do work, there wouldn't be a problem. And he couldn't keep people all torn up and upset.
Lord.
My. I'm telling you, my grandmama always used to say, it's amazing when the Lord will fire you and let you keep working. Oh, hallelujah. What are y'all thoughts, man? We'll start with JT and go around the room.
Yeah, he definitely was working for Trump, no doubt about that right there. We already know it is what it is. Bill Clinton is pretty much on the same status as the current president we have right now when it comes down to the brain. That motherfucker is shutting down on their ass. Mayday. Mayday. Houston, we got a problem.
All right, what you got?
He sounded pretty clear to me. He was saying what he really meant. I mean, I don't. We don't need to. He didn't sound like he was crazy. He's right. Shit. You know what? I mean, he really don't have no allegiance to all these people. I think they say he misspoke, but he said what he meant.
Yeah.
Boss man.
He's on the same page as, in some areas, Biden. He's on the same page as George Bush was at one point. He's starting to say the quiet part out loud. And to be honest with you, in some ways that the Democrats can benefit from immigrants in the same ways that some of the conservative, I would say conservative business owners tend to also benefit from immigrants as well. Quiet part out loud. So it's a little bit of half a dozen one way and six another. So this is the quiet part out loud from the elites. And unfortunately, he said it, and that's why he stopped. So yeah, George Bush had a little bit, and now we're seeing it from the other color.
Embrace the grace.
It's funny to me how all these so-called supporters to Kamala Harris, that it's backfiring. It's actually backfiring on Kamala because people are really showing their feelings and that wasn't a slip of the tongue. That wasn't a misspoken words. He really meant that. And maybe he's getting old and senile, and that's what they're going to turn it into. But if you see him, he really meant that. And that's going to solidify Donald Trump. I hope he clips that up and makes a commercial and say, even Bill Clinton thinks the borders are a problem. So with that being said, go Trump.
Take heed to the message.
So what happened was they had clipped this video. They just clipped it a little bit. He actually went on to say that it's because of Trump that everybody did not sign the bill into law about the border. So he was trying to turn around and blame Trump, but it backfired. But the thing is that he's just older, and older people don't have a filter. They're too old, so they don't get up here and lie anymore. So that's what it is right there. That's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to say. And Trump is doing the same thing. You gotta, people say he has to watch the way he talks. He's just telling the truth. They're too old. Biden, Clinton, Trump, of course, all of them, they're too old. Get Nancy Pelosi up there. She gonna tell her truth too. They're too old. You know what I'm saying? She already came out and said, it's my fault. It's my fault about January 6th. It's my fault. She's telling the truth. You can't hide it anymore when you get old, because it's almost time for you to leave here. So you don't have a filter. You don't care. I'm done. I'm finished.
Law.
Here's the thing. What people don't realize is that he told nothing but the truth. But here's the thing. I think the reason why he told the truth is because Bill Clinton represents the old guard of the Democratic Party. And him and Barack Obama have a bone to pick with each other for real, because he had to go up against Hillary, and he had some unflattering things to say about her. So Bill Clinton ain't forget about that. That was not a slip of the tongue. They do that. As a matter of fact, if you look on the other side of the aisle, the Bushes represent the old guard from the Republican side, and they do not like Trump. They will go out of their way to throw a cag up on them every day. But the problem is, if y'all ain't, versed in politics, what happened is you'll overlook some of this stuff. But most of the stuff that you see, it's done on purpose. It really is. Because these people, y'all can sit up here and say they go to lunch and all this other stuff. They don't like each other for real, for real. They really don't. Especially if the next baton they're trying to pass to somebody else get cagged up under them, and they don't get a chance to be their regime don't get a chance to continue on. It's the same way with the old neocons. They didn't like Trump when he came up, so that guard is gone. So Bill Clinton's guard is gone. So Obama is trying to preserve his new crew coming in. That's the reason why they brought Kamala in. But like I said earlier, politics turns over itself. And if you don't know what you're looking at, you'll get fooled real quick. But Bill Clinton knew exactly what he was saying. Just like Joe Biden said what he said.
All right. So let's move on to the next clip. Here we go.
Their propaganda arm in the mainstream media and celebrities lost their minds when Trump used the term black jobs.
I'm still insulted and puzzled by Donald Trump's remarks about black jobs. Black jobs?
Referred to as black jobs. What are the black jobs? There's no such thing as black jobs. That's just not a thing. It literally sounded insane. Not telling her to go get a black job, whatever the hell that means. The job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs.
And it wasn't just the mainstream media. Even gold medalists like Simone Biles chimed in, tweeting, "I love my black job." Now, will they all keep that same energy when it comes to Joe Biden, who just said this?
In just 3.5 years, we created over 2 million new black jobs for black Americans and black.
Oopsie, looks like Joey slipped and said the thing you're not supposed to say. Will the Democrats still be puzzled and offended? Will they all act clueless on what the term black jobs means? Will they ignore it or run cover like they always do because Democrats can do no wrong? I think we all know the answer to this. They cover up his harmful policies and everything he's ever said that's offensive. Because at the end of the day, they're just propagandists.
I'm going to go first. Man, the amazing thing is I love to see when they kick themselves in the ass. They were on Trump for weeks about black jobs, and then your Democratic president who suppresses his niggerism, right? Because remember, black jobs, this ain't the first time that he didn't say something. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. You ain't black if you don't vote for me. In 3.5 years, we've created the black job. Anybody said nothing. I guess it's because he has one foot in the grave and one foot on the banana peel. But we'll go ahead and go to Lost in Translation. Go ahead, man.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. Joe mad they kicked him out. That's exactly what it is. I told y'all these old folks know what they're doing. Listen, they have been in politics for years. They know exactly what they're saying and how they say it. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this: Joe knew exactly what he was doing in saying black jobs, and then they're gonna sit up and make this fuss because Trump said it. So, like I said, here you go. We throw darts over here and we don't miss. Take heed, it's on you, because I saw your face. I did. I'm going straight to you this time. Don't hold back. Tell the truth. Don't. Come on, Cletus.
Why I gotta be Cletus though?
It ain't but a short walk. Come on, Cletus, ain't but a short walk.
You come here walking. But you go
they usually say I'm Rasputia, right? Is that what it's called?
Nah, hell no. You tell them next time to shut their lying nigga lips.
That was a funny ass line, though. Come on, please.
You know what? I'm gonna share something with you. Like I told y'all, he just telling his truth. That's it. That it wasn't a mistake when he put that Trump hat on. It was not. This man had a secret meeting done on him. When he messed up that last interview, this man got a secret meeting done on him, allegedly. Nancy Pelosi is the gangster in DC. Nobody sees that. Only people who've been in the game for a long time. Nancy is the gangster in DC. Okay. So when Nancy say how high, those Dems jump, they jump, baby. Those Dems, they jump because she's the one who brings in the money for them. So they know what to do. And she told Biden, listen, you're gonna have to take the get down, baby. You're gonna have to take the get down. You done messed up and we done with you. And now Kamala gonna come up and do her thing. And Kamala, you better act like you got some sense and you better not promise nobody nothing in here. And I'm done. I'm finished.
Grace.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, just like Takei said, they're older. They're going to speak their truth. And they're going to, and that wasn't a misspoken words. So I hope that he uses that as a commercial now for Trump and take Bill Clinton, take that and use a whole commercial for it because them themselves know. But the double standard now is going to be outrageous. For Trump, it was racist. For Joe Biden, he was helping the black people. So you see, they're gonna give it a different angle now. They're gonna put a positive connotation because Biden said it, and they're gonna put a negative connotation because Donald said it, and they said the same shit. But people don't see that. People think that the Democrats is the best thing since sliced bread. But let me tell you something. You're gonna need some butter on that bread. So with that, I digress.
But wait, there's more. Boss man, it's on you, brother.
I love the double standard on both sides.
Yeah.
And here, no, don't Jesus me.
Sorry,
I was agreeing with you. That's good, man. Come on.
Who the hell is this nigga you feel the need to entertain?
Because I'm getting ready to offer some lashing to my blue people. Because you cannot then come out and attack or to slander the other side for double standards if you cannot then come out and say, hey, you person, whoever that is, you're wanting to use or point out double standards on, you can't then come out and say this person did something when you can't point out your own folk for doing the same shit. Okay, if there's outrage on one side, you need to be able to, hey, Uncle Rick, you got to be able to point out shit on your side too. Okay, we all understand the age of Biden, and I'm gonna take up my whole 30 seconds on this one. We all understand the age of Biden. We all understand the era he grew up in. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, when I see a certain age of a certain complexion, I'm aware of who the hell I'm dealing with. Okay, so I'm keen of who the hell I'm dealing with. So it wouldn't surprise me if some of those things are still reticent. Okay, so if some of those things slip out, call that shit out, because we cannot say that we cannot then point out another party's inability to point out their shit if we can't point out our own shit. There's nothing wrong with pointing out our own shit and pointing out and flicking out the pepper in our own shit. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, just do it and get past it, because otherwise it allows for someone to do what Embrace is talking about. It allows for someone to point out our own flaws if we don't do it. Over.
Our pain.
Just real quick. I mean, even when Trump said black job, the thing that made me the maddest is that everybody knew exactly what he meant. And the way the liberals wanted to rally their people around the nonsense is what everybody should be mad at. So, I mean, we all knew what black jobs meant, and we still know what it means today. But anyway, I mean, it's just all part of the political game. I try to keep myself away from that. And almost nothing that they're doing is sticking. So, a matter of fact, I don't believe the racists, even as close as they keep saying. I really don't. Unless they're fooling around with some shit. But it's a landslide brewing. So I'm done.
JT, what you think about them black jobs? I mean, that Biden was talking about.
They've always talked about black jobs. They talked about black dollars. They talked about all kind of everything is black, blackity black. What are we talking about? They're just trying to make something seem like it's racist. I'm so tired of people talking about who that's racist. Who that's racist. So fucking what? But black jobs is not a racist term. They've been saying that shit for decades. Black jobs, black dollars. That's what we've been hearing. And you know what they mean when they say it. Now they want to act like like everything is some new ass racism type of shit. They know what it is. It's oily shit they trying to throw on the wall, and shit just ain't gonna stick. Furthermore, them damn men ain't gonna let that damn woman in the fucking office. They know what they doing. They know what they doing. They're not gonna let her in the office. It's imploding instead of exploding. I end it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Uncle Rick. I want to make sure I give you your proper introduction. Rick, why don't you introduce yourself to the people, sir?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is...
What's happening, beautiful people? How are y'all doing?
Rick, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Man,
Uncle
everything, man. I'm in great spirits. I pray you guys are all in great spirits.
And you know it.
Life is good even when it's bad. You hear what I'm talking about?
Yes,
Indeed.
Man.
Rick, let me tell you something. It's always a pleasure.
Hey,
have
get
you
on your
panel,
job,
brother.
man. Get on your job, bro.
That's right.
This late stuff, I thought me and you was better than that, bro.
No, hold on, nigga. Wait, tell me this, nigga, because I think I said it to you a little earlier.
I don't believe you did, good sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I don't know what the hell y'all is. What are y'all?
Hey, put your wife on the line. I'm gonna tell her to beat you up later.
They call us saying niggas.
It's good to see y'all, man. It's good to see y'all. What's happening?
What's up, Rick?
Rick, what you think about these black
My
jobs,
apologies.
man? What you think about these black jobs, man?
They're about to become Mexican jobs.
Hear what I say?
Look, I'm gonna say it like I always say. I understand I'm crass, right? I understand that, but I don't lie to y'all. I keep trying to tell y'all what's popping. If y'all go watch the video, Bill Clinton, he said it. We bought the Mexicans in here because we need people to work. These young kids don't want to work. America is running out of slaves. Y'all think I'll be lying to y'all?
You right. You're right.
We aging out. Listen, the Gen Xers, we're aging out. We retire in 10 years. Right? The generation after us, all of them believe they're entrepreneurs, right? And the Gen Zers don't want to work, period.
They want to be gamers.
Don't y'all see what's going on?
Yep.
This what I tell y'all is that a lot of people. This is what I mean when people try to say or dignify a bubble. People live within their own bubble.
Yeah.
The United States is dying financially and industrially, and y'all don't see it. GM just laid off like 2,800 workers. Dodge is going out of business. Dodge. President Trump just launched a crypto. President Trump launched a crypto. The only reason the USA is able to get money because babies are born.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason things work is because we get up and go to work every morning. Y'all should have known that, like I said before, from the pandemic. And now they want to bring out the Uno reverse card. Oh, now it's Trump. It's his mental capacity is leaving. Y'all crazy, man. I keep trying to tell y'all gonna get what y'all asked for, and it's cool. Y'all gonna get what y'all asked for, whether you like it or not. Y'all better be preparing. That's what y'all better be doing. This dollar's about to die.
Mm-hmm.
The dollar is just a matter of time. Every country is looking for financial independence. BRICS. World War III is not going to be fought by nuclear weapons. It's going to be fought with cryptocurrency. World War III is a financial war. Technology is the war. Tesla telling y'all he about to iRobot everybody. No workers. Black jobs, Mexican jobs about to be iRobot jobs. The worst of the worst that people consider the warehouse workers, the Amazon workers, ain't they getting replaced by robots?
Yes, sir.
Ain't McDonald's starting to make fully automated restaurants?
Chick-fil-A too.
Aren't Walgreens closing like 300 stores in the nation?
Say it.
Within the next fiscal year?
Yeah. Malls are closing.
This is what's really happening, guys. Everything else is just theater. Right? So you can go with Kamala and have her continue the policies of Joe Biden, which again is extending monies out to other countries, or you can go with Trump, who's looking to insulate America. Because that's what every other country in the world is doing right now financially, and y'all don't see
it. Hey, Rick, you know it's bad when the damn gangsters can't be gangsters no more. They complaining.
Can't afford it.
Chicago ain't looking black like that no more. What is that, Venezuela or whatever them damn gangsters coming from?
They can't afford it. I'm telling y'all, man.
It's bad.
But hey, like I said, man, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got it, man.
All right. So let's get to the next one. Short. Let's see what else we got. We'll go with this one.
Trendline. Now, I never noticed before and make me go, whoa. This is one of them. All right. This is the Democratic margin among black men under the age of 45 in presidential elections. You go back to November of 2012. What do you see? You see Obama by 81. Clinton only won him by 63. Then we're all the way down to Biden last time around by 53. A tremendous drop already. And then you take a look at the average of the most recent polls, and Kamala Harris is up by only 41 points. That is about half the margin that Obama won them by back in November of 2012. And this, I think, is, you know, when Barack Obama goes in last week when he was in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, essentially talking to young black men, he made it seem like it was a Kamala Harris specific problem. This is part of a long-standing trend of young black men moving away from the Democratic Party, and Kamala Harris is just the latest to face that magnitude of younger black men going towards the Republicans.
That was most interesting here is the trend line and where some of the biggest drops happened or already happened in this case. How about black men overall?
How about black men overall? It's part of the same picture. You know, we're looking once again at younger black men. It looks like the worst Democratic performance since 1960, since JFK versus Richard Nixon. It's the same thing among black men overall. Again, part of a similar trend, but here actually the drop-off isn't as dramatic, right? Barack Obama won him by 85. Then you see 71 with Clinton, 69. Biden, basically the same thing, holding steady. But here, again, very, very weak. Only a 54-point margin. Now, again, still winning them by a large margin, but considerably lower than what we're used to, certainly considerably lower what we had during the Obama years. The bottom line is Kamala Harris with younger black men and then black men overall putting in historically weak performance for a Democratic candidate.
Is she getting any relief with black women?
All right. So, you know, we're talking about the trend line, right? And black women, look, she's doing better with black women than she is doing among black men. But here, there isn't a trend line almost until we get to Kamala Harris. So, again, this is a black margin among black women. Look, Obama won him by 93, very large margin. Clinton won him by 93, a very large margin. Biden did a little bit worse at 85. But then you look here, and you get a 71-point margin. Now, again, these are large margins, but the bottom line is when you're talking about the base of the Democratic Party, you would think that Kamala Harris would do very well among black women based upon history, and of course she would be the first black woman president, but she's actually doing the worst for a Democratic candidate among black women since 1960, if this holds, John.
And again, when you look at the numbers here, whenever you come in, looking at the trends is probably the most important thing.
You got it, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you. Oh, let's talk about it.
All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna take my 30 seconds because we all got 30 seconds. I'm just gonna say my 30 real quick. I'm gonna use 15 of them. She's fucked. Next.
I'll go next real quick. First, her numbers are still too high. There's something about black people that enjoys subjugation. I mean, I don't know why it's taking us so long to get off the goddamn plantation. From the shackles to the mental plantation that we're still on, 75%, even for Kamala, is still too high. It's still too high. We shouldn't be, she got too much of our vote. She did nothing to deserve any of it.
Well, Arpin, you gotta tell everybody in your household not to vote for the bitch.
I don't. No, I don't. It's more than just my household. It's everywhere. This is it.
That's a start.
So listen. I hear what you're saying, but let's not micromanage this shit. It's a bigger issue than just my fucking my household.
Well, Arpin, as long as you do your job, that's all right by us.
That's right,
we get one up out of that. That's all right.
I pity my kids and shit.
Hey.
I want them to compete. I want them to get a revelation just like I did, but I hope it doesn't take them 38 years. And they shouldn't. They talk to their dad all the time, so they understand what's going on.
Let's go, Rick.
My apologies. Like I said, I think those numbers are estimates, guesstimates. Ain't that the word? I think they're guesstimates. I'm in Minnesota. I'm in Walt's state. And I don't know. I know one person that's voting for Kamala. One. I'm a IT support guy, and I take care of like 7 different schools, right? Develop relationships with different people, different teachers. I don't know nobody voting for her. I told you, I don't even think this would, like I said, I'm just being honest. I'm just thinking, I don't trust mainstream media as far as I can see them. I really don't. Everything they do and say about her is soft, is kid glove. You know what I'm saying? And embellished. Like I'm telling y'all do your job. You gonna vote. You vote the way. Like I told you, I don't care what you do. I still got bills to pay. Right? Vote what you believe. Right? But I think this is gonna be a wash, bro. I really do. I told y'all this back. I told y'all this back. I think he gonna run the table on her. People don't like her. They don't like Trump. They really don't like her. Most people vote on what they feel. And people don't like her. Now you got the sisterhood and shit that's just weird. You know what I'm saying? And people that in the boulets but again, y'all know the boulets as college graduates are a minority in this country.
Facts.
Right? The loud, as they say, what they say we be saying, right? It's the people that's rooting for her is the loud minority. The 1%, the 1%, the people with the most dough and most money, right? Those are the people that shout out for her the loudest.
Yeah.
So again, vote however you want to vote, because when they walk across that stage or they put their hand up on that Bible, you still got to get up and go to work the next day. Don't even matter.
Indeed. JT, it's on you, brother.
Yeah, well, also celebrity is not. It can't be used the same way anymore. It's done, because for one, they got these old ass has-been celebrities that's out here trying to vouch for politics, and it's not happening. You don't see any of these young folks out there going for Kamala. You got all these old ass. I can't stand Trump. I hated he won 45, number 45. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like Mike Epps said, 45-47. Bit bit 45-47.
JT, you ignorant. Let's go, Arpin. It's on you, brother.
I'm sorry. I don't have anything else to say, man. I mean, I'll just bypass this one. I'll hit the next one, man.
Take heed. It's on you, darling. I'm gonna see if you can point out the obvious here in this conversation. Come on.
I just think that black men can smell the hoe. That's where the problem is coming in at. I just think black men can smell the hoe. That's it. That's what I believe. And the sisters can't stand the lie. Some of the sisters who understand that they're not with the fake sisterhood like Anissa, they see the lie. They see the lie. Most women don't see the lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Travel One in here. Most women don't see the lie. And so the women who don't see the lie, they'll just continue, living in foolery. So that's the whole shebang right there. And I'll share something with you. By chance, if she do make it into the White House, that means the Electoral College did some bullshit. And that's why she made it in there. But by and large, Black people just have a problem with you washing greens in the tub. That's the whole thing. That's how they knew she wasn't Black. When she said we washed those greens in the tub, that's when Black people knew that she was not Black. They knew it from the door when they said that. So I'm done. I'm finished.
Come on here, Grace.
It's not bad that a lot of us have the slavery mentality, but have you guys ever heard about institutionalized? It's like we're trapped. I'm in a 3-way lock argument with my cousins in Michigan. One has crossed over and is red. The other one is still blue. And we're both trying to explain to him. And it's really sad how ingrained that we are to have this obligation to vote Dem, even when you know that car's going to break down and it's a lemon.
I'm kind of retarded.
And just because it's the color you like and it's got all the bells and whistles, you're going to still buy that car. I don't want to hear none of y'all koala supporters at the end of this election, because that line today, Georgia was early day voting. You had to be there at least by 4 a.m. because that line was so long. People are getting out here and they vote. So I digress. My mic is muted.
Boss man, it's on you, brother.
Whew. All right. When it comes to this entire decision itself, responding to the video in and of itself, I actually see what I see there is a little bit of a reckoning. And maybe it's because Black men in general feel as though there hasn't been enough from the Democratic Party being done for them. I happen to believe this is maybe against popular opinion for Democrats in itself, but I've long since believed that Democrats have had a long stint of bad messaging, either bad messaging or poor messaging. They have long since sucked at being able to message properly, or I don't know, play the same game the Republicans play. That's just been my whole take on it. Now, again, I don't fault anyone for choosing which direction that they do choose. I don't even say that they made a bad choice. I think that's honestly been the difference between what I've seen mostly and what I've seen now and what I've seen before. I'm not going to sit here and say that someone made a bad choice. Looking at the polls, I mean, people say that, hey, what you see in the world, you can't believe it. But unfortunately, what we have out in the world is all we have to be able to see. And data is all that we have. So looking at in the data, Uncle Rick, you said that you were in Minnesota, for instance. Okay. So Minnesota, for instance, Trump is literally 43%, 44, 44, 43, 44. I mean, literally down the line and on down the line between 40 and 45. And Harris is between 51 down to 51, 48, 49, depending on which poll you look at. In different polls between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different polls. I found a website where I can look at state by state and look and see how many polls and which side of which. And right now, Trump is winning between 23. Well, there's 50 states, obviously, but I can only find between 20. I can only find 43 states. Trump is winning by a margin of error right now. But to be fair, 23 states out of 20 that I can find. I mean, 23 states out of 43 as of right now. And I would suffice to say it's because of what of the last stint or last push of messaging from what we would call the head honchos, which would be Biden and not Biden, but Obama and Clinton. Okay, if we're just being honest, if you just want to call it what it is. Okay, you don't chastise someone for not choosing what you think that they should choose. That's bad messaging. That's not the way, especially if you're not going to go for the right, if you're not going to do that for everybody, if that makes sense. Okay, but if you just want to look at numbers and let numbers speak for themselves, it goes to show that there's maybe a situation where you're not doing enough either for the collective or you're not doing enough for a particular subset, or your messaging towards them might be a problem. But again, acquiescence and incessant acquiescence is just the same problem on one side as the other. And I think both parties has the same type of situation. And we're seeing it on both sides as well. So both sides have the same problem. Over.
I'm gonna finish this up. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. I saw a bunch of men saying, you know what, forget y'all. And usually most times the men who lead, they go first. You know what I'm saying? The women kind of trail off behind. What y'all did notice is that there's a group of women who are pretty much fed up with the party too. You know, it's not 90% like it was before. It's at like 70 something. So when she loses, are they going to remember, you know, the 75% women who voted for Kamala or the 25% who said, forget her? No, they're not. They're going to blame the brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's the unspoken thing that a lot of people don't take a look at. They say black people are not a monolith, but I will tell you this. When you've had enough, you've had enough. And then we'll always have people who refuse to see what's the writing on the wall, and usually it's too late. That's normal. That's with anything. They call it the bell curve. You're going to have some people who are going to be early. You know what I mean? Very, very early on the curve. Then you're going to have some people that rush in, usually about 10, maybe 20 years in the middle. Then after that, you're going to have that little snaggletooth part that's in the back of people who refuse to get on board. Regardless, we don't worry about them because they're going to die out. That's the main reason why you saw the numbers are so skewed with younger black men. Those guys have actually listened to the older black men and said, you know what? I see what y'all talking about now. And they moved in lockstep and said, you know what? We're not going for this no more. We see how y'all treated us. We see how this party treated us. We see how women talked about us. It's time for us to do something different. And I commend those young boys for having the courage to do what they think is in their heart, even though they may not understand exactly what goes into that. But I still commend them on making a move. Black man, as far as chastising black men, I'm pretty sure that you got a video that you want to show us of the aftermath. Now, the numbers that we saw, that was Obama preaching to these folks. You know what I'm saying? So it's probably, the numbers are probably a little bit worse now. And the killing part about it, if you didn't catch it.
Wait a minute.
If you looked on the bottom of that video, that was CNN. Normally, it is a democratically leaning political news outlet. And if they were showing that she was losing or sliding across the board, then that ought to tell you the numbers are a whole lot worse than what it is. They're actually trying to be nice. The numbers ain't close, y'all. I don't care what you want to believe in. I'm telling you, from what we're polling on this side, from what we're looking from independent polls and sources of news, I'm telling you, this is going to be a landslide like you ain't never seen. And I assure you, when it comes back, there's going to be a whole lot of crying and gnashing and wailing of teeth. And they're going to be like, oh, he's taking us back to the cotton fields. We didn't go to the cotton fields last time. Get over yourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's a new day, and we're going to make America great again because we're not moving forward to that BS that y'all had going earlier. Black man, it's on you, man. I know you got a video.
Say this, I think that she certainly does have a problem with men because misogyny is a real thing in this country.
And not just black men.
I don't think
White
black men are the
and
problem.
blacks. Yeah.
Black men are not the problem. Black men are used to matriarchy, okay? Black men are used to black women being the heads of the family, black grandmothers raising them. They are used to that. Kamala Harris, and I'll let you speak to this, Anna, Kamala Harris also spoke to a group of Latinos. And if you really look at the stats, the problems are white men and Latino men. And when they spoke to Hispanic men in particular, they're more likely than Hispanic women to say Trump is the candidate who represents their views on key issues. Hispanic men, while not overwhelmingly in favor of Trump, though, are more open to his candidacy than Hispanic women and less open to Harris. So I think it's great that Obama's out there speaking to black men, but they're not the problem. Let's speak to white men and let's speak to Hispanic men.
Take heed. I got a feeling you want a taste of this. Come on, take heed.
I can't stand her. I really can't stand her. She just aggravates me so. And I'm going to share something with you. This is why Obama even came at black men like this. Because of women like her.
Mm-hmm.
And because what she said, the world believes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Because there are a lot of black men who run their home. And they have everything in line. And the women that are in line in their home, they don't mind following the leader. But this is what the world believes that black men are, that they are weak, that they follow behind black women.
Exactly.
And this is why Barry went there and called himself telling black men off with his saucy self. I'm so mad with him. I'm so mad with him. Because he thought that that made sense to go and disgrace black men all, and first of all, had somebody filming him. He know he had somebody filming him. And he thought it was okay to do that. And listen, this is the truth. This is the uncomfortable truth. If you can't come, if you're going to come to black men, then you should do the same thing with Hispanic. You should do the same thing with Caucasian. You should do the same thing with Asian. You should do the same thing with Haitian. You should do the same thing with African. But you want to know why he won't do that? And this is the uncomfortable truth, my sisters. You know why he won't do that? You know why he won't do that? Because their women are behind them. Black women, you on the side of Barry, saying, that's right, Barry. Get him, Barry. That's right. Tell him what to do, Barry. That's right. Because they know they ain't do the right thing. Get him, Barry. That's what y'all doing. Instead of you turning around telling Barry, wait a minute. I know good and hell well, you better wait a minute. But y'all didn't do that. Y'all didn't do that. Only a few of us came out and said something. So Barry thought he was saying his thing. Okay? I'm done. I'm finished.
Embrace.
Again, 5% control 95%. Imagine if 95% would just get together and unite and get up from because we're underneath the table. If we just get up from the table and flip that damn table over, they know they think that black men are weak, but what they actually do is they fear the black man because they know the black man is superior. They know the black man's intelligence, his organs, his physique, all of that. And what do to try to get rid of the enemy? Is to demasculate them, is to put them down, make them look like they ain't shit, lock them up, take them away from the family. I mean, come on, guys. Supposedly, because I'm non-black, how I know this and y'all black folks don't know this shit? And I see it. Okay? My family in Michigan, the Dominicans, I got one that's lock-keyed with me and the other one still talking. No, because she's going to do so much for us and she's going to do this and she's going to do that. I said, what has she done for you lately? Okay? You came to this country legally. Your parents worked hard and we made it through. But what are the immigrants doing? So ladies and gentlemen, take heed, do your research. Like my boy Braxton said, do your research, read up on things. Do not vote on feelings because I'm telling you, this lady is a snake. Okay? She is a snake. We may not like Trump, and I'm going to say it again. It's the lesser of the two evils, but at least he's been in that position before. He's been president. He's driven that car before. Kamala going to take us all off the road, all off the cliff, and we through. So with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted.
Come on, Rick. She said the misogyny wouldn't let men vote for a woman. Is that
because
true?
black men are used to being led by women?
Black men are used to being led by women.
No, I mean, so what that tell her? That if it's a qualified woman, she'll get in no problem. If she was qualified to do the job, she'll get picked. But she ain't no pick me though.
Did you hear what I said?
Right?
Like what you
what
did
I
with
tell
that,
you,
Rick.
but what I tell y'all before. This is black men in our culture, right? We everybody's hero, but nobody's savior. No, I'm sorry. We everybody's saviors, but nobody's
hero. There you go. Yeah.
Right? Didn't we say on this very panel that she went and hit the rainbow community first? She ain't come talk to men.
Shout out to Bub to God.
But now you here. Not everybody here. See what happened when your man stopped saving you? This is just, everything's just a microcosm. Y'all, the Democrats, y'all playing work too good. Y'all playing work too good. Right? So, like I said, like I told y'all, man, Joe messed up the time. And shout out to Joe. Hey, shout out to Sleepy Joe.
There you go.
Slide out to Sleepy Joe. Because I'm telling you, if they could have launched this when they wanted to, she'd have coasted in the office. Just off good feelings alone. Just off good feelings alone. And again, I don't care who you vote for. I don't like to be played like I'm stupid. I'm a lot of things. I'm not stupid. Some of y'all is stupid. It's simply what it is. Not able to get out your feelings. This, and like I said, this is the thing, right? The truth is, if we being totally honest about our culture, wasn't it y'all that said black men need to learn to think for themselves? Wasn't it y'all that said black men should be leaders? But when a black man make a decision that you don't like, he ain't nothing.
Did you hear what I said?
He's stupid.
Gay.
Y'all don't want no leaders. Like I said, the reason why y'all vault y'all education and everything over the man, because y'all believe y'all the leaders of the home. But then when we look into the research and we see the problems in our community, y'all want to blame the father when y'all supposed to be the first line for the children. I keep telling y'all this is a woman problem. And I hate to tell y'all, women, y'all got too much freedom right now. That's the problem. Everybody else aligned. Y'all not equal to me. And it's okay. It's my job to protect and provide for you. But I don't take care of no other man. Pay attention. I'm not going to take care of another man. This is a woman's problem. The culture we're in is a woman problem. Women are not doing their jobs. This woman next to me is an inspiration. Go listen to her talk. How she talk about her king, not her husband, her king. Every time I see her, she got life happening, but they don't look like they got too many problems between. Women, minus all the BS, minus all the talking points, What is your responsibility in this thing? Y'all saying y'all have these responsibilities, but the truth is y'all don't want none of them. We all here to do what we all here to do. That's all I got.
Boss man, it's on you, brother. From the other side.
I have a question. Embrace mentioned don't vote on feelings, right? Okay. Now, from what I'm gathering is that Black men are feeling as though they are in their feelings about another Black man coming to tell them what they ought to do, right? Everybody nod their head because that's what this entire segment portion is about.
I think that was I think that's gaslighting. That man showed up and he chastised them.
No. That is correct. Is that I agree with you. Is that Black men in America right now is reacting to the fact that another Black man comes and tells them and chastises them, and to some degree, I would even argue rightfully so. My complication that I have with it is that are we not supposed to be, like Uncle Rick said, are we not supposed to be free thinkers? Are we not supposed to lead with what we think versus what we feel? Correct? Okay. So if our minds were made up, and if we are supposed to be logical thinkers, and if we're supposed to be leading with our logical thought, then I'm failing to understand why we are in our feelings about, or in our fifis about what some other man is telling us that we should and should not do. Because I am woefully unbothered by what some guy is telling me that I should or should not do. Even if I went the other direction, I don't give two shits about what someone's coming to tell me that I think or what you ought to do. Because I sat on a panel on Friday, and I'm sitting on a panel today, and I've been sitting on a panel for a multitude of times, listening to a bevy of different opinions from the left and from the right and from the center and from all different directions, with everyone's proverbial arrows pointed my direction in a logical way. And I am unbothered. I appreciate everyone's opinion. I appreciate everyone's perspective. I'm still going to go my fucking direction. Why? Because I don't give a shit. And it seems like that just the moment that someone says that how dare this Black man come tell me that I should, you know what, I'm going to go the other way because how dare a Black man come tell me, how dare Democrat Party come tell me, well, if you were going to vote Democrat and if that was your mindset, then why is it that your feelings come tell you, or your feelings send you the convictions to then go the other direction, reacting to your feelings like a woman? Because it sounds like the clip that we just saw was absolutely right. Is that the vast majority of us were raised in a household led by a bunch of damn women. If one person can come up and say something that would make our feelings get in a goddamn pennies in a bunch, enough for us to completely change our complete convictions enough to say, you know what, I'm going to vote an entirely damn different direction. Not fact, not reading a goddamn indictment, not reading statistics, not listening to any stats, any trajectories, any stocks, not anything else other than pure feelings. We are no better than the goddamn women we talk about. Over.
I'm gonna push back.
And that's coming from motherfucker. That's coming from motherfucker with acrylics. Hello, somebody.
Over.
I got it.
Over.
I got it.
R-Pain, you're next.
Let me go. You're the host.
R-Pain, you're next.
Thank you, sir.
You're next.
Yeah, listen, first of all, the part two of what Sonny said shocked her because her analysis of us being on the tit wasn't exactly the way she thought it was, because later on she comes back to say that those crazy, stupid black men, I don't know what's wrong with them. That's another clip. I think she had the same outfit on. So it's not feelings. This is what we know. I don't think, but let me go back. One thing I do know is that too many black women and the modern black women, especially the liberals, hold black men in contempt. And Obama stood up there and solidified that notion of how much contempt they have for us, right? And that's what that is. It's not a feeling. We know when somebody's holding us in contempt, right? So it didn't change us from wanting to vote for Trump, or it didn't stop me from wanting to vote for Trump. There's no feeling in that. So my thing really is, if I want you to do something for me, I would entice you with berries and sugar and shit, not with shame. So that's why you know that they hold us in full-blooded contempt.
Yeah.
Because if you think our vote is that important, you're supposed to be like kind of giving us a kind of a BJ instead of shame. I'm just,
you gotta give him that fuck too and sit on that thing.
So it's not it's the thing is, the only feeling I would say to you, boss man, is just mad. It ain't changing no mind. He has a damn nerve for all the folks that supported his ass for him to come out to talk to us like that. He ain't changed nothing. He just exposed himself. So and that didn't make. So I just think that this backlash was already there. We just got more black men starting to speak up. And you know what? I got this much. This much more. I've seen so many sisters, more sisters than I've seen in my whole life in these internet streets, actually saying something that was in black men's favor. It might have been take heed and embrace. And I actually seen some women I've never seen before come out and aggressively take umbrage with the bullshit that's going on right now. And that number 75 for Harris with women, that's a shockingly low number for black women. Mm-hmm. I'm almost proud of them. And it's still too high. I'm done.
JT, it's on you.
So this is the crazy thing. We have 3 other candidates on the presidential thing. And on some ballots, 4. I don't know why they don't have Cornel West on as the also a candidate also, but he is on the ballot, right? Mm-hmm. So if people were thinking that this is a black thing or whatever, why isn't people saying, well, fuck it, we'll just vote for Cornel West? We'll say, fuck it. We'll just go and say, because I hear people saying, I really don't want neither one of them, That's some bullshit. There's way more people than that's letting on that's going to vote for Trump. It's going to be a landslide. Now, when we're talking about what the women were saying, some of it is true, but I hate when you have people putting shit into truth, right? Misogyny. Did anybody else hear it? Did anybody else hear it? Misogyny. I'm so tired of that word. We need to throw that shit and leave it in 2024. That is the hate of women. And we've been the ones that's been accused of that for years. Over a half a century, that's all you've been hearing. He's a misogynist. He's a misogynist. And when we were asking people, especially women, give me the definition of misogynist. They were making these long ass definitions and it was wrong. They were loud and wrong. When simply it was the hate of women. Now, there's another word that's the opposite of that. Anybody know what that word is? And it's actually true.
Misandry.
Misandry. And that shit is true. But you don't hear a bunch of men going out there talking about she's Miss Andreas. She's Miss Andreas. And then actually they probably were right. They probably would be right. At the end of the day, we all know, everybody can see, Kamala Harris is not fit to be a judge, let alone a damn president. But you have Mr. Barack Obama sitting back on his soapbox and thinking that he can just go, this is the second time he done did this to black men. We ain't having it. We ain't having it. So at the end of the day, this is what people keep saying. And I believe that it's true. The only people that you're going to have voting for Kamala is simps, sissies, and women. And it ain't going to be a whole bunch of them. I end it.
Come on, black man. And then when you're done, it'll be my turn.
Absolutely. I'm going to push back on what Boss Man said. I think that as a king, as a man of strength and power, I think that we get put into this box where when a man's emotional, they're like women. No. If a man come with some fuck shit and he's talking fuck shit, it is the responsibility of the alpha, or it's the responsibility of the man who is a king, who is a man in the presence of that, to handle that. Now, me personally, if I'm in that room when he says that, Secret Service would have to take me out because I would have said something. Oh, Barack Obama, man, fuck you. It's just simple. You know, and the reason for that is because we're not trying to hear what you're trying to say, because every man is not as strong as I am. And you got some weak fucks out here who will take that bullshit and roll with it. They don't have the mindset like me or Lost in Translation to say, hey, we made our mind up a month ago. But you got some motherfuckers out here still on the fence. And we don't need nobody coming into the yard trying to tell the chickens where to lay the eggs. we don't need that. We need to be checking niggas. And that's the problem today. We're not checking niggas. We're not checking motherfuckers and saying, hey, bro, you're not coming in here talking that stupid ass shit. I can ask these sissy niggas right now. I got more videos, guys. That's why I'm hurry up and get done so we can get to it. There's these sissy ass niggas out here right now. You ask them, I'm voting for Kamala. Okay, what policies do you like? Well, see what? No, you don't know shit. And so I don't think it's men getting their panties in a bunch. I don't think it's men being emotional. I think men see something and they're saying something. Because as you can see, I'm not going to be all, oh, Barack Obama. No. I see that Barack Obama's trying to help Kamala get into office. And you made a mistake. Because just like the joke we listened to a few weeks ago of Paul Mooney, what did he say? He said, back in the day, you could run niggas in the ground and you could tell them what to do and keep them on the plantation without a fence. He said, but go try to and make you sit on the back of the bus. He said, go try to tell the kids today to do the same thing. And see what happened. It's the same thing with men today. Go try to tell a man something right now, and he got to get up every day and try to make ends meet, or probably live in check to check, or bills are due, or baby's sick, and he got to come up with money for the baby. Car broke, transmission out on the car, and a man come to tell him, you need to vote in my interest, or we're not having it. Absolutely, a man gonna say, hey, you out your motherfucking mind. I'm gonna vote for the person who's gonna help me financially. And the bitch that's running for president is not it. I rest my case so we can move on. Lost, go ahead and Lost.
Here's the thing. Whenever you get into an argument with somebody and you hear this, you got one more time to disrespect me. Well, America, this is your time.
Exactly. Come on.
This your time. You know what I mean? You've had enough time. You've disrespected the black man for 400 years.
Yep.
And the minute we decide that, hey, we don't want to deal with that anymore, you're the one coming to us, telling us what we should do. Last time I checked, people come to the king and ask them for what they need to do. So technically, you're respecting us. But at the same time, you're still disrespecting us. Now, the reason why I put up the video is to preemptively quell this argument that Boss Man said that black men are in their feelings. Well, if you look back, you'll see Barack Obama overwhelmingly got the black vote, okay? Also, if you go back and if you look at Hillary Clinton, black men voted for her too. So as far as men having a problem with a woman leader, that shows that they don't. Now, what I don't like, is when people put labels on black men. That's what we call a straw man argument. You can call us what you want to, but you can't call us stupid. Okay? If you look at that period of time, black men and black women have been slowly leaving the Democratic Party. It has nothing to do with men being misogynist. So let's get that straight. Okay? Now, I don't recall Michelle Obama addressing a bunch of black women who just so happened to vote for Trump or looking about voting for Trump. I didn't see her get out. Matter of fact, Michelle been awfully quiet. Mm-hmm. If I were y'all, I would probably take heed to that because that speaks volumes without saying anything.
You haven't seen her?
No, I have not. Last time I saw her was a DNC.
Yep.
You know who I didn't see? Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
What happened to the sister girl power code that, no. You know why? Because she's in pocket.
Yep.
Even though she ran for president, she's still a wife. Even though her husband cheated on her with a little something on Monica's dress, she's still in pocket. Even George Bush's wife ain't opened her mouth neither way. And she's still in pocket. Ain't said nothing. My whole thing is this: you hadn't heard nobody else's president get up, an ex-president, to come chastise other men and tell them what they can do and what they can't do. First of all, I'm going to explain something to you. My mind was made up at 9 years old because I'm way ahead of my time as far as wisdom is concerned. So when some of y'all catch up, you let me know and I introduce you to what you really should be doing and how this thing really should go. But I just caught it a little earlier than most people. But I will tell you this: when you do catch it, when your eyes open up and you'll see exactly who's doing what, you'll understand this thing gets a little easier. You'll be able to navigate the world a little bit better because of what it is instead of what you may hope it to be or what you feel like you want to lead forward you want it to be. That's not what that is. The world is not built on hope. The world is built on work. You see what I'm saying? All this putting labels on people, telling them what they are and what they can't do. I'm going to tell you what a real man's going to say. It doesn't matter what you say. I'm still going to get up. I'm still going to go to work. And guess what? You still going to be in your feelings. Now, that's the reason why I put the numbers up. Because I already knew it was going to be people on the panel and people in the chat who are going to say that he was being a misogynist or black men are being a misogynist. No, we don't have a problem with female leadership. If you think half of the folks up here probably go to a job that's got a female boss, bless your heart if you do. Because at the end of the day, we don't have a problem with that, but you're not going to talk down on us. Our bosses don't even talk down on us at work. You're not going to do that. And that's the problem with the black community. You're out of pocket. You're out of order. If God says it's God, then man, then woman, then child, and you disrespect the man, you're out of pocket. And how can you say you love God if you don't love his order? So I will ask you this. Before you fix your mouth to criticize another black man, fix your mouth to say thank you. Because it could have left a long time ago. Fix your mouth for saying thank you, for getting up every day and going out into a world that don't mean you no good, but you still do it anyway. See, that's the problem. We lack respect for men. And that's what this whole issue is. Now, if Barack Obama don't respect men, That's the main reason why he's not getting it back. We put you in office for 8 years to do a job. You promised you were going to do something, and you didn't do it. We don't owe you an ear. We don't owe you anything. You had your 8 years. You've done your thing. That's it. Now, if the person you said is good enough to be the president, then they should have the guts to come speak to men to their faces. But the problem is, they know they're not good leaders. That's the reason why she didn't come down there and talk to black men to their faces. Because black men know liars when they see them. If anybody knows leadership, black men know leadership. Every time we get a good leader, we already know what happened to him. So that's the reason why we move in silence. Because we understand that the nail sticks out, gets hammered. So that's the main reason why we go to work. Black men, I'm done. I'm not going to hold up the...
Oh, yeah. And everything is surrounded by, and this is the thing, when men address Barack, we're emotional like women.
Right.
But the men who are actually, that are acting like women are emotional, are the men that who see something and know something's wrong and see that Kamala Harris and Barack Obama have have one thing in common. They love sissies. They want everything to be gay. Barack Obama he didn't do nothing for black, gay. Kamala Harris been in office almost 4 years, have done nothing for black people and said, I'm not going to do anything specifically for you niggas. But you did something specifically for the Asian hate bill. You did something specifically for the gay pride, the pride, the people to have their rights. But you won't do anything specifically for black people. And my thing is this, and even Uncle Rick, I was so happy, Uncle Rick, when you posted the video of the tampons in the men's bathrooms in Minnesota, because motherfuckers don't believe it. The man that's running with her, the governor of Minnesota, has put tampons in men's bathrooms to make men who want to be women feel like women. Delusional.
And you know what the killing part about it is? The ones who are emotional are the ones who get on the radio in my home city, Ricky Smiley, crying on the radio.
Yeah.
I don't understand why y'all don't want to vote for a woman. Steve Harvey, D.L. Hughley, all of the rest of them. Those are the main ones that get on the radio and use their platforms to cry and moan and get emotional. If we want to be real about this.
Calvinites.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna play two videos back to back because they relate to each other. Then we get into the last two. Here we go.
Run that
Scare
beautiful
me
bean footage
into thinking that he's so bad that I should just vote for this broad just because. But guess what? I feel that she's so bad. She's the one that scares me. So I feel that she's so bad that guess what? I might just go around and vote for Trump. And this is my first time saying this out loud. But y'all motherfuckers think you're going to shame somebody or bully a nigga into voting for this bitch? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And now you're going to make me be Mr. Anti. You keep coming at me with this bullshit. You keep coming at me talking about, oh, it's a shame that you're not supporting a black woman. She's not black. She's Indian. She ain't black.
Of becoming president. Listen, the minute Joe Biden endorsed, and I got dragged on the internet. Yeah. I don't know if you saw all of the blogs. Oh, yeah. Everybody got mad at me because I'm supporting, not support her is a vote for Donald Trump. Yes. Now, everybody got these blogs about Kamala Harris record. Where's the energy for Donald Trump's record? Listen. In the racist things that he said in what is the Project 2025? That's correct.
He's already, I'm going to stop it here because I got to add some context. Donald Trump has said, and if I need to pull up video evidence, I will. He has said that I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That is not mine. It does not belong to me. The people that wrote it says Donald Trump has nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. Also, Brother Ricky Smiley says that, let me go back just a little bit, guys.
Where's the energy?
Where's the energy for Donald Trump. He's had the energy for the last 8 years. They tried to imprison the man. They tried to assassinate the man. They talk about the man's wife. They talk about the man's kids. They talk about the man every day. Trump, if you go back and watch all the news, when he was in office, he was in the news every day.
Not to mention, black man, he was also banned from social media.
Yeah. So he was talked about every day. What do you mean, where's the energy? But I'm gonna let the video finish.
For Donald Trump's record,
listen,
in the racist things that he said in what is Project 2025?
That's correct.
Where are the videos about that?
Yes.
Everybody video dogging me off for supporting Kamala Harris, like the minute.
Correct.
I also want to add this too, guys, because I got to add some context. We're talking about racism. He said all the racist stuff Trump said. The people that are interviewing these people are not challenging them. What I would have said was, okay, I understand how you feel about some of the racist things that Trump has said. May I ask a question? My question is, did you know that it is public record and that it is actual facts that Kamala Harris great-grandparents owned slaves and they had slaves, and then when the British abolished slavery, they sold their slaves for $11 million, which put them in a different tax bracket, put them in a millionaire status, where Kamala is also a part of that money, where she didn't have to work for anything. She lied about working for McDonald's. There's no record of her working for McDonald's. She's always had a silver spoon in her mouth, and her great-grandparents sold their slaves for $11 million to the British. This is fact. Right? And then, not only that, you don't want to go talk to black men, and and I can understand why you don't want to talk to one, because you didn't even want to marry one. So if we want to be petty, we can get into the fact that you married the oppressor. How can you call Donald Trump racist, but you don't want to go look at the history of her husband to know that his great-grandparents owned slaves as well? So we can get into the shit. We can get into the shit. But let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, and Anissa, I know you're not here tonight, and I wish she was, because we were gonna cook you like a ham before Thanksgiving. But she said, we know Trump's father supported the KKK. Yes. So now, if we're living in our father's sins, then also we have to hold Kamala accountable for her great-grandparents selling slaves to the British for $11 million. Let me continue. Think about that, Anissa. Let that sink in. Don't respond too quick. Here we go.
The videos about that. Yes. Everybody video dogging me off for supporting Kamala Harris, like you drinking the Kool-Aid and all these. Listen, man, I cannot believe that we are actually sitting here having this conversation, because after Barack Obama, I didn't think I would see nothing else like that again. Not in my lifetime.
It's here.
It's here.
I was in the arena in Chicago. I was amazed to see white people crying over a black woman.
Yeah.
I thought I'd never see the day.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, all of you all who are listening to this, a bipartisan show. But if y'all don't get on this Kamala train, you can ready miss it. This is a historic, significant moment for what America needs right now.
Listen, I said this on the radio, on my radio show. She will be sworn in by a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Wow.
On Martin Luther King's birthday, who's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha.
Crazy.
If that don't give you chills, and I'm not a part of neither one of those organizations.
Me neither. I got to figure out the campus got to throw rice or something.
Something.
Wow.
When I tell you, and I, not just being a Democrat, but on a personal level, she called me when my son passed.
No way.
Joe Biden called me, President Biden called me and wrote me a letter.
Wow.
Naming my son and my grandkids.
Wow.
She picked up the phone and was like, bro, are you okay? Like the
No,
AKAs
that's powerful. No, that's great.
What's up, bro? You good?
No,
you
that's
need
great.
anything from? Yeah. It's personal for me. I don't care what nobody say.
So you're voting for her based on identity politics. You're basically voting for her because it's a feeling, right? She made you feel a certain way when your son died. So you're going to vote for her no matter what nobody say, no matter how much evidence comes out that she's not black, no matter how much evidence comes out that she threw black men in jail and kept them in jail so they can get free labor, no matter what we say, you're going to vote for her because you're emotionally attached to her because she called you when your son died. This is the emotional shit right here. This the shit. Okay. So we got that. I'm gonna play this one and then we'll talk and then we'll play the last one.
Hey, just to let you know, I got that Project 2025 loaded in the clip on my side. It's in the extendo clip because I kind of figured somebody was gonna bring it up. So when you're done, just let me know.
All right, here we go.
Negative about Trump, I always refer back, Piers, as you know. We've already had the 4 years of Donald Trump. I don't know what this guy's talking about. It sounds like you're getting paid by the Democratic Party. We've already had 4 years of Trump, and we were winning, okay? Look at this past 4 years. You please tell me, you talked about her career as a, in San Francisco and everything. What did she accomplish when she was there? 146 laws that she tried to get behind, none of them were passed, okay? She has an abysmal record. If anything that we've seen in this past 4 years, you think that, what's Kamala going to do different? I'm just curious. What do you think Kamala's going to do? I don't care about the enthusiasm. I don't care about the men for Kamala. Sure. Please tell me name one policy that she's going to do that's going to save America from this past 4 years that she's been involved in. I'm very curious. Very curious.
Sure.
You don't have anything. There's nothing. Wait, ready for this?
Can you let me speak?
Before you go, is it the border?
Hang on.
Yeah, is it the economy?
You asked the question, let him answer. Bad job.
Yeah, I'm very curious.
All right, here we go. Unlike Donald Trump, she's not going to unleash the military on U.S. citizens. He promised to do that on the weekend. Unlike Donald Trump, she's actually support Obamacare and strengthen it, not destroy it. Unlike Trump and Republicans, she's going to actually fund Social Security.
That's not a policy.
Yes, it is. She's going to fund Social Security and she's going to fund Medicare. Donald Trump and Republicans said they want to destroy it. She's going to reinstate Roe v. Wade. She's going to try to actually make that into law, unlike Donald Trump and Republicans who overturned it, and which is why they're going to lose the election, because they attacked women, women's rights. They're going to go after contraceptive and IVF. There you go, genius.
Vinny?
You're a genius, Vinny, apparently.
Thank you. I'm a genius. But Piers, let's just face the facts, okay? All the fear, all the mongering, all the everything. I've already lived through 4 years of Trump, okay? And Kamala Harris, say what you want, she wasn't the president. She was with Biden the entire time. And he's been throwing her ass under the bus lately. He's saying every decision I made, she was right there with me. So for all the real Americans that are sitting out there listening, everything, all the problems that you have at home, the inflation, the border, the Venezuelan gangs taking over apartment complexes. Are you ready for this? A tornado, hurricanes destroying Florida, and our government, FEMA, Alejandro Mayorkas and Kamala, give them 700, excuse me, let me finish. I live in Florida. $750. Meanwhile, this year, we've given $100 billion to freaking Ukraine, to Israel and everybody. Not one American should ever suffer or be asking for money, ever. We're America first. Trump's America first. Biden and Kamala are America last. And the numbers show it. Don't act like I'm sitting here like some right-wing maniac. Okay? Look at the stats.
All right, now,
killed
guys.
that shit. He killed that shit.
Man, he preaching. Now watch this. Here we go.
Providing $750 for folks who need immediate needs being met, such as food, baby formula, and the like. And you can apply now for anyone who's watching.
This woman obviously ain't been to the store since she made the economy, because she'll know not to even get up there and say nothing about no motherfucking $750 that don't do shit in a grocery store. We ain't talking about clothes. These people lost everything, and you talk about $750, but you'll give Ukraine billions to just blow up. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. They'll give away billions to just blow up, but won't take care of these people, man. $750 gets you absolutely nothing. If you lost everything, it's less than nothing. Are you insane? I don't believe this lady, bruh. God damn. But you talking about giving another $8 billion to blow up? You can't.
Man.
Can I go? Can I go? I got it.
Come on, man.
Well, I got my thoughts together.
Come on, Rick.
He hot, boy.
Hey,
hold on. You want to do that Project 25 right now? You want to wait?
No, don't do it.
No, I want the hot sauce like right now. I want the fish out the grease right now.
Okay.
Come on, Rick.
Go ahead, Rick.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. Politics aside, y'all know why this gonna go the way it go, right? Because every man know they being gaslit.
Word.
Peep game, y'all be on YouTube every day, like me. I'm addicted to YouTube. I tell y'all, I'm addicted.
Word.
Right? This is my TV. I either watch TV or I either watch YouTube or movies. You feel me? Right? Let me tell y'all how this is going. Let me tell y'all what's happening. Shout out to Boss Man. Pay attention, right? Well, Kamala, when she was the DA in California, blah, blah, smooth. Well, Trump did it too. Right? She said she ain't black, such, right? When they the one who said she was black. Was we not on this panel when I addressed that?
Yep.
Right? They carried that stuff. They put that bag. We didn't put that bag on them. They put that bag on not just us, but y'all too. Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all too. Right? What Boss Man just said, right, on the Obama stuff. He bought it up, but we can't say shit about it.
Did you hear what I said?
Obama bought it up, but you shouldn't say shit about it. It don't bother you, right? I mean, it ain't got shit to do with you, right? No, not you. This ain't against you. I'm just using you as an example, right? But then when the argument get real, right? And then the real shit come out. Well, Trump really did this. He really did that. With his mess ups. Listen to what I'm saying. Right? With his fuck ups. Y'all ain't got shit to say, but nigga, get in line. Am I off?
No.
Right?
Nigga, get in line.
Now let me tell y'all why she's really gonna lose. And it's about to hurt your feelings. Trump, with all his discretions, with all his mistakes, with all his grabbings of pussies, he ain't no goddamn pussy. He's a man.
That is correct.
He ain't out here pushing and cheerleading the shit y'all cheerleading.
Yep.
And if you a man and you got some type of mental capacity, and you like women and you take care of your family, you know what's popping. I keep trying to tell y'all, YouTube, talking points is a microcosm of what's going on outside. Bill Clinton told y'all today that people not making enough babies. He said that we got to bring the Mexicans in to work.
And fuck.
Y'all said it's a gender war for real.
Yeah, man.
I don't care what y'all say, right? Y'all ain't seeing babies like y'all used to see babies.
Word.
Nope. Let's talk about it for real. Y'all not seeing babies like it used to be. You knew somebody pregnant every other day. Facts.
Facts.
To goddamn who had that fish dream. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
I sure hope it's catfish.
Y'all like weird shit. It's normal to you because it's you, but to everybody else, that shit is weird. Since don't nobody want to tell you. It's weird. It's you. I accept you for you, but it's fucking weird. Ain't no real man liking that shit. You consider yourself that, but a regular man, a standard man ain't with that. We ain't with it. Plain and simple. Do you, but I'm not with it. That's why she's gonna lose. Not only do y'all tell us that this shit is normal, trying to have Senate meetings that a man can have a baby, but then y'all try to tell us, well, you better fucking like it. That's why she will lose. You're weird and it's okay. But you can't force me to like your weird. Mike.
Did y'all hear what Trump said today? Trump said to everybody around the world who has American hostages, he said all of them better be at home before I take office.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never hear that from her. She don't have that demeanor to say don't fuck with us. You remember when Trump said, I'll blow this bitch up. He said, if one hair on an American soldier get touched, we're gonna blow that bitch up. We're gonna kill all of you.
And show him the phone on his house that we got on target.
Yeah, what do you got a picture of my house for? He said, it's on you. Whatever happens, happens. Bro,
it's gonna be huge.
You need
real
a
huge.
man.
Did you see the
Anybody else got anything want to talk about video?
No. Now I got one more, but you want to go ahead and do the 2025?
Yeah, man. Let me go ahead and slide this in because I know you got the icing on the cake, man. I know you got the icing on the cake. Give me a second.
Great.
I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna show you exactly what
I do have something to add.
Okay.
I'll do my best to get it out in 30 seconds. All right, here we go. When it comes to the FEMA money, all right. Yes, money did go to immigrants. However, that's fine. That's correct. Not okay, but it's correct. What I don't think people really truly understand is when we're comparing money that goes to Ukraine and money that goes to immigrants, they're like oranges and apples and oranges. And I say that only because we're only counting that it's green. The money that goes to Ukraine, when someone says, oh, she gave money to somebody or Biden gave money to somebody, I need people to stop saying that. Because you can go to congress.gov and look at every Democrat, every Republican, and every independent that voted for that. And they voted damn near unanimously. I can think of maybe only 3 or 4 Republicans that actually either voted three voted nay and 1 voted present. As far as Republicans, everybody in Congress, both in House and the Senate, voted for that money to go over there. So it doesn't fucking matter what president is over there. By numbers alone, the president could veto that shit. And the money is still going over there. Why? Because everybody in Congress apparently wants that money to go over there to Ukraine. And the money that is going over there for the Iron Dome is going over there to, let's just say, the country that we're all avoiding talking about.
Yeah,
that's
man. Man, you're right though. You're right though. I mean, you have to keep going. You're absolutely right. But the person with the crown is the president. They gotta.
That's not a crown. No, that is not a crown.
You gotta take responsibility for what happens under your regime. That's just simple as that.
But to say that one person has the ability to be able to do that is not true.
They just use that to say it, but everybody knows that there's rules. But the truth of the matter is, if you have this title, and the shit that goes on in your regime lands on your feet. I mean, you just can't get away from that. It just happens. Listen. Let me also say that even when you're right, okay. I'm a person in Asheville, North Carolina. I've lost everything. You can't tell me anything. I mean, we see money moving. Don't ask me
I
about
don't.
the mechanics of the money.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. What I'm saying is, I don't disagree with you. I'm not arguing differently. What I'm saying is, put enough bullets in your chamber, not just for one side of the eagle, but both sides of the eagle. Because it's not just enough to say that it's just for the blue side. Add enough in your clip for the other side too. Uncle Rick, go ahead, and I got one other point to make about the 750. But go ahead.
Right. And I'm gonna start answering all these questions like this. You are absolutely correct, 100%.
Yeah,
right. But with all things being equal in that situation, who do you think people want in there?
That's a question for me.
No, that's for everybody. I never direct the question. That's for everybody. If I'm talking to you, you know I'm talking to you.
Okay, I just want to make
sure. Yeah, we good. Right. And did I just spend the last 2 minutes saying nothing? The game is the game, baby. Ain't that what I told you, boss man, when we first met?
Yeah.
The game is the game. The United States is the police and the bank of the world. We know that. Right? We know the game. So if we want to really say what it is, a popularity contest, it's one party that supports bullshit. And it's all dependent on what you consider bullshit to be. Facts?
Facts.
Right? If the social changes that we see that really affect the family, and really what y'all don't understand, I think I said this before, America was built on the family. The nuclear family.
Word.
You don't believe me? Go back to the worst times of this country. The reason why men went to war was to protect their family. Not knowing what bullshit they was doing up on the hill. Facts?
Word.
Not knowing the side deals that the corporations and the government had with the people that they was in cahoots to. Not knowing that Saddam Hussein was trained at the School of Americas in Fort Benning, Georgia, and put in place by America in the first place.
Osama bin Laden too.
Trained by the CIA.
This the game. So if we gonna play the game, we gonna play the game with somebody who now I ain't gonna even say fuck, who think at least has some of our standards and morals. Y'all don't want to say it. The left, y'all with some weird, gay, funny ass shit.
Yes.
I don't give a damn how much you say, oh, Jesus say forgive. No, it say some other shit in that book too. You feel me?
Yeah, it does.
Thou should not touch it.
Uncle Rick, how can
the
you,
booty hole?
Right? How can you think about this though, Rick? How can you, as a person, logically in your mind, vote for a party who is for
cause you with
changing the
sir,
sex of kids?
Cause you're with it.
Oh goddamn, bro.
Yeah.
Changing the sex of prisoners.
Cause you're with it.
Shit. Just weird shit.
Cause you're with it.
And we also do understand it goes to the opposite of what Uncle Rick just spoke. It has the opposite to do with the real money, which is the family, the nuclear family. They got a whole, if you don't see what the problem is, folks, listen, the dollar is done. It's done. They got a new way of generating funds.
Yeah, but if you don't have the nuclear family, like you just said, JT, if you don't have the nuclear family, all you got is two butt-naked men fucking each other, or men just going to prison to get free sex changes because the state's going to pay for it.
Yeah, they're trying to,
or the government's going to pay for it, or you got kids who's getting gender reassignment, or you have the government saying that your kids no longer have to tell you anything about their bodies
because they're going back to slavery. This is a new type of slavery that they're going to.
That shit. I want How could you vote for that party? I don't
Because
understand.
you can't blame it on rap no more. You can't blame it on none of this shit. It's in your face.
Hey, before we get off track, man.
Lost. I'm sorry. I was want to talk about the money aspect and also
I got a video for the money.
I'm gonna stop.
No. I got a video for the money. I just wanted to make sure I got it because it's gonna answer all the BS. So give me a second because I don't like conjecture. Give me 1 second.
Democrats in the mainstream media still lying about the Republicans not passing the bill. So I ran across this clip from MSNBC with 60 House Democrats that are urging Mike Johnson to reconvene Congress to pass a bill for the hurricane relief. Y'all take a look at this.
Meanwhile, in Washington, more than 60 House Democrats have signed on to a letter urging Speaker Mike Johnson to, quote, immediately call Congress back into session to pass more disaster funding. But Johnson so far is not budging.
So I want y'all to pay attention that they said House Democrats. That's going to be important later. Now, Speaker Mike Johnson responded to this claim. Take a look.
Mr. Speaker, was it a mistake to leave and adjourn the Congress for the campaign trail without addressing more disaster relief funding given the circumstances that we now find ourselves in?
Well, the fact is, I think that many people have not fully understood is that we did address it, and we did appropriate $20 billion additional dollars to FEMA with early drawdown authority. So they're sitting on a giant pile of cash, and they haven't used it yet. As of Monday of this week, the Biden administration had only sent out about 1% of those dollars. They'd only distributed 1%. So there's plenty of money to address the immediate needs, and that's what we're counting on them and calling upon them to do.
So the bill that Speaker House Mike Johnson is referring to is the appropriated bill, which funding is allocated to each department for each fiscal year. So in this case, the government fiscal year is different than just thinking about it annually. Their fiscal year starts on October 1st through September 30th. That is their entire fiscal year. The bill that he's talking about that they passed is H.R. 8752, which they had already passed this bill in the House on June 28th, 2024. Within this bill, various federal departments are allocated funding. So in this case, with the Disaster Relief Fund, they allocated over $22 billion that had passed the House. Now remember that the majority in the House is Republicans. Now the funny thing about all of this is that they're on the news saying that the Republicans are the ones that shot down the bill. Well, let's really take a look at that. So as you can see here on the roll call, you had about 207 Republicans that voted yay, but you had 197 Democrats that said nay. So who really shot down the funding? I'm just asking. So now that we have established that the House actually did pass the appropriation bill for 2025, now it's left up to the Senate. And who rules the Senate? The Democrats. And who is president of this current Senate? Your Vice President, Kamala Harris. So who really needs to pass the bill and come back to Congress? Just asking. So you may ask, why are they doing this?
Okay.
And why did Mayorkas get on the news in the mainstream media and say that FEMA doesn't have enough funding to make it through this season? I'm going to tell you why. Because Trump showed up before any of the government showed up with supplies, food, oil, money, anything. And he was boots on the ground on September 30th. And the optics made them look bad. So now they got to spin the story because it's an election year. Now, while Trump was on the ground, this is what Biden had to say during this time on the same day, September 30th.
And the hurricane, Mr. President, why weren't you and Vice President Harris here in Washington commanding this weekend?
I was commanding. I was on the phone for at least 2 hours yesterday and the day before as well. I commanded. Call the telephone. All my security.
Now, mind you, this is the government. They knew a whole week in advance that this hurricane was about to hit. And so did Mayorkas. And they knew that the House and the Congress was in session that last week of September because they passed the 9747 bill that also extended funding. Why didn't Mayorkas speak up then? So even before Mayorkas got on the mainstream media and claimed that FEMA didn't have enough money to make it through this season, they knew they had executive drawdown power. As Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson said, this means that by executive power, they can allocate funding immediately to the designated disaster areas. These disaster areas was declared after October 1st. Some before then, but mostly after October 1st, which means that you are now in a new fiscal year. So this $20 billion does apply to this disaster. But I find it funny, on September 26th, he did an executive drawdown for Ukraine. President Biden has done over 55 executive drawdowns for funding allocated to Ukraine. This means that the funding can get to wherever it needs quickly, as I stated before.
Oh my God.
So instead of them focusing on the health and the disasters that were about to hit our nation and our country, they focused on foreign affairs. And then it came back to bite them because Trump showed up immediately after the disaster happened. So all you Democrats that are running out there and trying to bash us for speaking up and standing on the truth, this is what we mean that this administration puts Americans last. Y'all have a good day.
Lily, you gotta be able to pume.
Let's give it up for this sister. Yeah, that's how you get rid of BS.
Man, that's she cooked.
Hey, what was her call sign? Hey, what was her call sign? What was her adjective? Who was that?
I got you, Arpain. I'm gonna ship it to you.
Yeah, I love it. She had receipts and everything. I love it.
So that's how you argue points.
Love
with
it.
facts, stats, data, real-time news, and no feelings.
How dare you play that? That's an edited video.
Oh, yes.
Right.
It's got to be edited,
Lily,
man.
you gotta be able to pume.
You got to be able to pume.
But you got to give a shout out to Trump for being a great strategist too. That was that he finds ways to get in, and he knew that they was not going to be there for it, and of course he's going to make them look bad. He's the opponent. He's playing ball. They're not
supposed to. It's the game.
It's the game.
That's
it's
what
the
y'all
game.
keep saying, right?
And they want him to start using other shit. You cheating. No. I'm playing the game, and I'm playing it well.
People's lives at stake, man. Get up off your ass, man. Quit playing politics. That's why I appreciate Trump, because he didn't look for nobody to ask for permission.
Right? Or not.
And
exactly.
You know what? Last but not least, since you got him up against the ropes, I might as well just bring in one of the most beautiful, sexy commentators of this time, Sister Candace Owens.
Thinking like, what part of Barack Obama's life gave him the authority to tell black men how to act black in America? That's what I'm asking you. What part of his life? Was it Hawaii? Was it Indonesia? Was it Alexandra McNear? At what point did suddenly like Barry Soetoro become the person who gets to tell black men how to act in America? Because that's exactly what he's doing now. That's exactly what he has been doing. Is just because like once you do a photo op with Jay-Z or Diddy, suddenly like you're just like handed an award and gone, okay, now you're black. Now everybody in the black community has to listen to you. Because that's what it seems like. His history and his background is equally as shady as Kamala Harris's, if we are being frank. And they're bringing him out to essentially whip black Americans into shape because, oh, they gave him the black card. So now black people better just listen to Barack Obama. So here he is suddenly lamenting the fact that black men just aren't energetic enough for Kamala Harris. Take a listen.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
The brothers.
So if you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, went to college with you, understands the struggles and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. He's had to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in the land.
I'm sorry, Barry Toro, but you are going to have to sit your ass down. I got to tell him right now. That's what Barry has to sit his ass down. This is like, she understands the struggle no more than you understand the struggle. Both of you, okay? How does this work? Again, Barack Obama was raised by 3 extraordinarily wealthy white adults. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that he is not genetically black. He has been honest with the fact that he didn't know his dad, okay? His dad died, I think, when he was in college at some point. He never was raised by him, was never raised around black people ever. That's fine. But why are you speaking to the brothers? Like, when did it become the brothers? What is this? How do 3 white people raise a strong black brother? I want to know. Is it like grandma and granddad Dunham raised him to be a strong black man, just like Kamala's Indian mother raised her to be a strong Indian woman or something? Like, what's actually happening right now? This is so insulting. And I am the most insulted by this, by the way, because I have dealt with years, the black community telling me that I'm not black because I voted for Trump. Like, you're not black because you're a Republican. Why? Because I see through this stupid BS, this dumb game of thinking you can whip black Americans with some hip hop music, with a Megan Thee Stallion twerking on stage, with Jay-Z and Beyonce marching at a BLM protest, and suddenly King, Queen, LeBron James sending out a tweet. Like, that's literally supposed to motivate me to vote, because I can see through the BS. I look up these people's background. I'm going, what about you is culturally black? Barack Obama is not culturally black. I'm sorry. It's time for us to accept that. Like I said, I was moved by him too in 2008. I thought, oh, okay. Like, I really didn't understand his background, and I questioned people who questioned him. But we have to just come to terms with the fact that we have been being played by Democrats for a very long time. And the reality is he is just as shady in terms of his background as Kamala Harris. I am a firm believer that they are breeding politicians. His background is almost too similar to Kamala Harris's in terms of literally no relation to the black community, having so much wealth, and then as if they went through a school of what it is exactly that they should say to relate to the brothers. To relate to the brothers, to relate to the sisters. Oh, a little bit of Cardi B. I can't, okay? I'm sorry. I'm done with this. And I am actually very happy that black men seem to be taking a larger leap away from this. I hope that black women will follow suit and recognize this, to see how ridiculous it is that a woman who is saying she's washing greens in a bathtub and a guy who's suddenly calling black people brothers, despite having literally no introduction to what it means to be culturally a black person in America. I hope that we all can become awakened. But I'm very grateful that black men seem to be holding the line. Like, I am with that 100%.
Dang.
I love Candace so much. I just love that woman.
Yo, Candace be cooking, yo.
What?
Candace,
especially when she broke down the history. When she told my Kamala Harris put that picture in that damn book of her grandmother, and she went and found the damn death certificate, and the girl grandmama died 4 years before she was born.
Get the fuck
out of here.
And she a teenager standing next to her.
Man, hey, but when she on point, she on point though. When she on point, she on point.
Yeah, I found out that the lady on the picture was the help for the rich family that she came up with.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And shit, everybody in that book that she had was black, and they don't have no ties to them. They all were the fucking help. When you looked at who the grandma was, Kamala looked just like the damn grandma, the white grandma. She looked just like the white grandma.
Yeah.
Then you start seeing that these motherfuckers, they've been rich off of slavery.
They've been rich forever, bro.
Forever.
They know how to play.
And then they gonna come and talk about Trump. This is what was crazy. They gonna talk about Trump. Remember, they was trying to shame him, money shame him, right? You know, he got all these monies and these riches. Let me tell you what that man did with that money and those riches. He found a way. He had some buddies to get him so he don't get in financial trouble. And he went down there to Florida with supplies, oil, food. He went down there and he used his money the way he was supposed to use it. That's how you do it. And he ain't even taking a damn check from the White House. Man, they looking bad. They looking real bad
They
right
out
now.
of pocket. It's so out of pocket, bro. When you think, hey, they out of pocket, bro. Y'all,
Hey, did you hear Trump?
Hey, y'all got it, bro.
Trump said, first of all, which one of you in here, raise your hand if you want a boy slamming your daughter into the mat. So bad, so bad, so bad. Big boy slamming your daughter. So bad, so bad. We're going to stop it. It's over. I become president. No more boys with wigs slamming girls to the mat.
Over with.
Over. Yeah, I'm with you. No more time. He said he called old boy Tim Tampon. Tim Tampon in Minnesota. Over.
No more.
Hey, when I tell y'all,
we call him Gavin Newsom.
Real quick, right? Real quick. So, my bad, bro. So I was at work Friday, right? And hey, this is so bad, but I said it. I said it, right? I'll probably get talked to about this at work, to be honest, right? So the young girl came in, right? And it was me and two ladies. It was me and the office manager and the secretary, right? I was working on something. I can't even remember. That's how stupid it was. A little girl came in, was looking around. She was like, "Does anybody have a tampon?" I was like, "Go look in the boys' bathroom."
That's sad.
Because you know it's some in there, right?
Yep.
That's sad, boy. You know what? Think about what the old heads will be saying right now, like my grandfather and all them, knowing that women's tampons was in the men's bathroom to make delusional fucking men feel like they get a period.
Oh, it'd been bad.
But if I was a woman, this is how I know. This is why the Bible says that women should not lead or have authority over a man, because it was not Adam who was deceived, but it was Eve who was deceived. This is why women shouldn't be in leadership. All these women are going to vote for Kamala Harris, but you're voting against your own.
Yeah,
you're voting against your own nature as a woman.
Can I solidify that for you right now?
With it, bro.
Can I say something on that real quick?
Bro, they with it, bro.
Real quick.
I'm telling you.
The title. See, these same women who are starting to come out because of what they're doing to Title IX. Those same women are voting for Kamala Harris.
Yes.
They're seeing themselves be destroyed right in front of their eyes, but they're still voting because they want to have abortion.
Absolutely.
And they're pro alphabet, mafia.
Man, because the truth is not what they say. It's for birth control for them.
Yeah.
Let's say what it really is, bro.
I could be a slut and not have any. Yeah.
We've been glazing this over for a long time, bro. Let's say what this really is.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Can I?
Absolutely. But how can you vote against your own self? Because think about it. This is a party. This is a party who is saying.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. In their minds, they're so elevated, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. This is what we talk about on the. Listen, in their minds, bro, they're so elevated. Yeah. Honest to God, they believe this. I keep telling y'all, it's all about what you believe, baby. That's all you got is what you believe in. They believe they're so much better. I'm telling you, they do. They do. Let's stop dancing around this shit, bro.
Yeah.
They do. Look. This is this shit in a microcosm. If you don't need us, listen to what I'm saying. A single mother, right, can raise a kid better without a father, right? Because if she's happy, right, that's going to mean she's going to raise her kids happier. But we know that's not the truth. Most single mothers struggle.
Yeah.
Most of y'all, even though you won't say it out loud, but when you crying, when you by yourself and shit is bad, you really regret your child.
I don't get it, bro.
You really do.
Yeah.
I got one more in the chamber.
Bullshit tonight. I got one more in the chamber. You might as well go ahead and pick up.
You know what?
25, I got them.
You know what, Loss? Before you 25 them, my thing as a woman should be pissed off. All the women should be mad.
They should be.
This party. How is it that this party supporting men who in their mind say, I have a period and y'all need to put tampons in the bathroom. If you're a woman, you should say, every fucking month, I got hot flashes, I got cramps, I'm fucking bleeding, I'm flooding the first fucking 2 days. My back hurt, my kids get on my nerves, my head hurt, I'm sweating, I'm going through all these different emotions during this fucking time. I got PMS, and these bitch niggas coming in here talking about they got a period and they're a woman. Y'all should be upset.
Right. But the real question is that again, if y'all don't need black men, why y'all talking about it?
And now these niggas getting surgery to take your niggas from you.
No, listen to what I'm saying. This is on both sides.
But they still got a prostate.
Listen, this is on both sides of what we're talking about politically and socially. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
They didn't try to hide. They could care less about what black men thought at the beginning of this thing. Facts.
That's right.
Facts.
Yep. Facts.
They could give a goddamn. They didn't care. You don't need us at home. You don't need us in politics. Right?
Yeah.
But then when it comes down, to it, when it start looking shaky, right? It's not working out the way y'all thought it was gonna go.
Man,
y'all divorced yourself from the black man a long time ago.
But Ricky, who's saving everybody in these hurricane tragedies right now?
Who you always look for? Hey, sis, who you always look for when some shit go bad?
A man.
Who you always look for when some shit go bad?
Well, I don't know. They got the bull.
A man.
They coming. The bull daggerings are coming.
No, they can't do nothing. They just wear a uniform.
So the ones that don't need a man, don't call 911.
Listen to what I'm
saying.
Stay
your ass on top of the roof.
If you seen another woman coming to save you, you know you gonna start crying.
It's about
I'm through
together.
Both of them.
Because I ain't no way she can help you get off that roof of that fucking house.
All she was
Stay
doing,
on that roof. Don't call 911.
No. All she was doing was wearing the uniform. That don't make you nothing. You still a woman.
Facts.
I don't care how you look at it.
And I ain't seen not one drag queen swinging from a Coast Guard helicopter helping nobody.
And your hands are still damn. They're not men hands. Hey, listen. This is the thing that be cracking me up, though, Rick. We got some hard hands, man. I've been wrenching with these things for a long time, right? I'm talking about some really, really hard. These hands done went through some shit. The met a woman. Ain't never met a woman that had hands that was. I don't care if her hands was close to my size. They are not these type of hands right here. I can break a pickle jar one time. Turn that motherfucker. I ain't got to break nothing. I ain't got to hit it on the table or nothing. I can turn it. I know what that is. But when you got somebody wearing, and they know, because when they wear that uniform, it's at a point in their life where they say, man, let me take this damn uniform off.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
My life is too much harder. It'll be so much easier if I just be who I am for real and not the shit that I'm trying to be.
You better be glad I ain't got that video of that lesbian. She said, guys, I'm so sorry. Listen, pretty little lesbian too. She said, I'm so sorry. I'm to the point these bitches are so cruel and so out of fucking line. She said, I got to start back dating niggas. She said, I need to find me a husband.
They all doing it. We had somebody on our panel that did the flippity flop flop. Remember that?
All y'all doing is fighting the natural order of things.
Yep.
I don't. Yeah, you going to eventually go back to it. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to play these reindeer games no more.
Women are fucking crazy.
Got their elbows on the end of a bed right now doing this.
Right. Behind every, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Behind every great woman is a man hitting it from the back.
Hey, I'm trying to
from the back. Every great woman
from the bike.
Stay on track, gentlemen.
Right.
Knocking our ass off. Take that baseball.
It's the whole thing, bro. It's a big lie. The lie we talk about, but never really put. It's the same lie, bro.
Yep.
Y'all don't need us. Y'all no stop lying, nigga. That's all y'all liars, bro.
They liars.
They see a drag queen on a damn helicopter saving somebody. That's the day I'm gonna be through. I'm gonna check out.
Yep. So all the ladies with the PhDs, with the PhDs and the expensive house and the expensive cars and don't need a man, don't fucking call 911 when your shit floating away. I'm gonna stay right there with your PhD, okay? Because I need y'all to come get me, because I'm a cook for y'all.
I'm sorry.
So lost. I wanna touch on something because I don't think that someone from the opposite side was able to either address or affirm what was said, or at least what was shown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not done yet.
Okay. I mean,
I'm not done yet. Black man, I told you I had a clip. You thought I was playing.
Boss, okay, let you do your clip and then Boss Man be able to respond to everything at one time.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna need more than 30 seconds to do that.
Yeah,
that's all right. I give you
we
a whole
know.
minute. I give you a whole minute. Hold on a second.
Okay, fine, no problem. Go ahead.
Look, I got the chamber, man.
Oh my God, y'all crazy.
Hold still.
You got hollow points.
Hold still.
Like you got to be able to fume.
Did Donald Trump, former president, ever endorse this project before?
Hold on, let me start over.
Did Donald Trump, former president, ever endorse this project before it happened? Was he a part of the formation of Project 2025?
No to both, because that's not how we can operate as a public policy organization. We have to be candidate agnostic as a 501c3. And so Mr. Trump is not only telling the truth when he says that, he's also reminding people that we all operate in our lanes. Those of us who are think tank leaders are in one lane, campaigns are in another. Political parties are in another, and we've been doing this since 1980, and every single one of those election cycles, Brett, since 1980, we have offered policy briefings to every candidate across the political spectrum. This is what we do in think tank world, is create and cultivate these ideas.
For a conservative think tank to have the Republican candidate, distance himself from something like Project 2025, which is 922 pages of possible policy, isn't that a bad thing?
It's a bad thing if we forget what the reality is, which is that Project 2025 became the target of the radical left. Why did it become a target of the radical left? Because what the radical left can't have an intellectually honest conversation about, they attempt to destroy and to mischaracterize. Literally everything you ran in the intro in that interview of the senators and the representatives is untrue about Project 2025. It's a menu of conservative boilerplate options. I don't think there's a conservative I've met who would say in those 922 pages, I'll agree with everything, but the left can't run on ideas and policies because they're destroying the American dream, and that, by the way, is the motivation for this.
They spent a lot of time talking about it, not a lot of time explaining the details of it. It's very detailed. There is one, this is Jared Huffman, Democrat from California. He leads a task force to stop Project 2025. Apparently they're holding a news conference tomorrow. It says Trump's Project 2025, which we've talked about, is not the connection, plans to resurrect a Victorian-era law, the Comstock Act, to criminalize reproductive care nationwide. We must rectify past injustices and ensure our dark history cannot repeat itself under any future administration. Stop Project 2025. All right, deal specifically with that comment.
Totally untrue. We talk about the history of the Comstock law and the project, and so what the congressman is doing is glomming onto a search function where those words are in there, and then everything else that follows, literally everything else that follows, is untrue. The Vice President of the United States is a liar when she says, for example, that Project 2025 wants to implement a nationwide abortion ban. Do we have a difference of opinion with the Vice President on abortion policy? Of course. But let's have an intellectually honest conversation. The great thing, Brett, is that all of this targeting of Project 2025 by the radical left has caused people to go to the document, which has, by the way, been out in the public sphere for 18 months. And what I love is to get emails from left of center Americans who say, I disagree with you, but this is a great piece of work that has laid out the cards on the table for us to have a policy conversation.
It's options for a possible President Trump in the second term, but it's not that he's signed on to these specific things.
That is exactly correct. And I want to be really clear. Never before and not now has this project, which sometimes is called Mandate for Leadership and Heritage is History, have we asked any candidate to sign on to it. We can't do endorsements at the Heritage Foundation. We don't seek them. It is a menu of options that if the president and vice president, whether they're Republican or Democrat, by the way, wants to enact certain policies, there's a plan there for them.
Some of the others in here, Project 2025, merit hiring, market-based pay, dismantle Homeland Security Department, leverage State Department confirmation process, CIA accountability through new hires, EPA restructuring and streamlining. Those are bullet points. One of the things people talk about is like a scouring of the bureaucracy to make sure only acolytes who are supportive of, for example, President Trump would be inside the agencies.
That's what the left has done for 50 years. Project 2025 is the corrective to that, where we get competent people who are virtuous to go in. But let me also end with this point on this comment. When you go out and poll the specific policy positions of Project 2025, Brett, most of them are 80-20 issues. And so the left note is focusing on mischaracterizations of those ideas and the name itself. They don't want to have a conversation about the policies themselves, because when the American people learn about them, they realize they support them.
This is Steve Corbin. He writes, Trump's claim he knows nothing about Project 2025 is questionable, to say the least. The Heritage Foundation's website notes Trump fully embraced 64% of its 321 policy reform recommendations during its 2017 to 2021 presidency. Since Trump implemented 64% of Heritage Foundation's manifesto, and knowing he's not a policy wonk, odds are great if elected he will embrace the latest version of Project 2025, lock, stock, and barrel.
We are not presumptuous about any elected official, whether it's through Project 2025 or the daily and hourly work that we do at Heritage, will take our recommendations. We operate in service to them and in service to the American people. We do believe, however, that if you want to restore the American dream, that those policies should be enacted.
Senator J.D. Vance apparently wrote a foreword to your upcoming book. Is that true?
That's true. It's a great foreword, too.
It is. And does that suggest a linkage that the Democrats are continuing to make?
Two things. It suggests a linkage between two friends. And the second thing is, the last time I checked, this is the United States of America, and people in politics ought to have friendships and work together. The left wants to disallow that because they realize that their policy record over the last 3.5 years in particular is ending the American dream.
Are you surprised by all this attention and all this vitriol around this document? Are you surprised by it when it started happening?
I'm surprised by the scope of it, to be sure. I'm not surprised that it happened. And the lesson that we learned, and we've learned loud and clear, is that when we do this again, and we're going to do it every election cycle because it's what Heritage does, that when the left begins to mischaracterize, figuratively, we're going to punch them back in the nose.
In the face.
Take it in the face.
In the
All right,
face.
boss man.
All right.
Got a lot of talking to do.
Okay, I'm gonna start actually at Project 2025.
Good.
I'm gonna start there because I, unlike most Democrats, actually have Project 2025 on my computer. Currently skimming through it, reading through it, highlighting through it, saying what I agree with, saying what I disagree with.
You actually agree with something in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I give you one. Just for shit and giggles. The new administration must quickly move to rescind these changes, which add a new non-binary sex category to OCR's data collection, and issue a new CRDC that will collect data directly relevant to OCR, statutory enforcement authority. Okay, this basically means that we're basically going to take non-binary portion as a sex category and basically rescind it, remove that. Okay, totally agree with that. Okay, now there are some things that I partially agree with that I need clarity on. All right, so when people are wondering why Trump's name is being associated with it, okay, his name is either mentioned in the direct or the possessive over 300 and some odd times. So if my name, because I hate when someone tells me that I said something that I didn't say one time. So if someone writes how many pages there? 922 page damn document, and it says my name in it or my administration's name in it that many times, I am going to come out vehemently, okay, vociferously. I'm going to come out and say that it's not mine immediately, okay, with veracity, okay, with unequivocal deniability if it's not something that belongs to me. Okay, so one, waited a really long time to come out and say that this does not belong to me. Number one. Number two, if indeed, and let's give him some credit, let's just say it doesn't belong to him. Let's just say many of the people who were authors of these chapters, these pillars, and so on and so forth, who were part of his administration, let's just say they were just people that just joined the Heritage Foundation, and let's just say that they just decided to, gather around a virtual table and had a cup of coffee and decided to write this shit. Fine. Great. But I wouldn't be showing up at the Heritage Foundation goddamn place and having a fucking speech in the middle of a damn presidential election. That's bad publicity. Somebody didn't tell him that would be a bad look. Just like somebody didn't tell Kamala to say, hey, by the way, having President Obama say some dumb shit probably wouldn't be a good goddamn look. Would we agree with that? See, I find it very interesting that I am able to sit back and say that, look, this is a bad look. If Trump has no ties to the Heritage Foundation, then to have these people connected to you in any form of fashion, or to not denounce these people, or to be at their location where you are giving a donated speech at their location at a Heritage Foundation damn conference in the middle of an election where they're trying to tie you, where the enemy is trying to tie you to one of their 922 goddamn page document, is a bad look. None of you are able to actually look at that and say, this might be a problem. It's shit like this, where it says, where some of the education department process says that section says things like, I want the state, I want the ability to receive taxpayer funds, but I don't want the government to tell me what to do with the funds. If I am the government and I give you states money, I want to be able to tell you what the hell to do with the money. And if you don't want to follow what the hell I say with the taxpayers' money, then run your own shit with your own money. Don't ask for my shit. Because here's what Black people don't seem to understand, is that we are all circled around states where it is most densely populated. Okay? Very few of us are in rural areas. We are mostly in areas where we pay the most taxes. Okay? Which means we are the most taxed individuals. Which means the states that are the most rural states, where the opposite of us stay, we are actually paying the most of taxes. So places like West Virginia, Kentucky, so on and so forth, we are actually being pulled from taxes more than anybody else, believe it or not. So who is the most taxed individual? The Black people, believe it or not. So the places where these people are saying that they want to pull money to fund their poorly run goddamn education system, they want to be able to pull the money, but guess what? They don't want to be told what the fuck to do with the money. Well, then take your segregated goddamn asses in this United States of America that we're so united when it comes to the money, but we want to be separatists when it comes to being told what to do with it. Pick one. You want big government when it comes to funds, but you want small government when it comes to being sovereign. Pick one. Now, while we're talking about the money as it relates to what Biden did, I do not agree with that. I looked it up. $8 billion he unilaterally sent over to Ukraine. But while we're talking about the money, 13.6 billion, 40.9 billion, 12.3 billion, 47.4 billion, 61.3 billion. Now, if we want to compare apples to oranges, those numbers I just listed to you, Republicans voted for those amounts of money. Now, if you want to bitch about $8 billion, pales in comparison to what Republicans were complicit in. You want to talk about playing politics? What loss just shows that, yes, we are at the end of a fiscal year. And it means that we got money. And you got a Republican speaker who could come and reconvene the House and say, you know what, Biden, we understand that you fucked up and you sent $8 billion of your money. But you know what? We're going to be the bigger person. And we're going to show how this works. There's a way of playing politics without using people's demise or using people's situation as a goddamn crutch. And don't worry, Dems do the shit too. I am not willing to shoot one side of the wing and not shoot the other when I constantly see on one side, especially on Fox. But I see it on CNN too. That's why I stopped watching the shit. What I see a lot is one side wanting to shoot one side of the wing and fail to see the other side. So yeah, I read Project 2025 and I highlight 3 different colors. Green, some shit that I could agree with. Yellow, some shit that I need more clarity on. And red, some shit that are non sequiturs. What the fuck does it matter? Because it sounds like some Christian nationalist shit. Who cares about your religion? Don't give a fuck. Why? Because Thomas Jefferson didn't give a shit. The one person who's carved in monument, time and memoriam for everyone to see. He said that the government does not deal in opinion. And religion to the government institution is an opinion. It does not matter when it comes to statute. So 13.6 billion, 40.9 billion, 12.3 billion, 47.4 billion. This is all in 1 or 2.5 fiscal years, people. So yes, he sent 8 billion. Do I agree with that shit? Fuck no. Did I know about it? No. Do I agree with it? Hell no. But while we're talking about $750, let's talk about how the states actually get money from FEMA. Do y'all know that every year Congress appropriates money to each state every year? Let's talk about that Republican state's money, how much money that state actually gets. Louisiana. Stand by. It's currently in 700,000 damn dollars in debt to the federal government today.
Yeah, I think that number is a little inflated because I was there when Hurricane Katrina hit.
But
and
it
took 5 days to get fucking water to the Superdome. And you go to New Orleans right now, and there's still X's on houses that are still that was fucking 10 years. I mean, when you go to New Orleans right now, I'm going home for the Bayou Classic, but when you go to New Orleans, and as soon as you get in there, you still see houses with the red spray painted X on them bitches. Buildings with the X on them. They got a free hospital sitting in the middle, in the heart of downtown.
Yeah,
abandoned like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm actually going to shout out, take heed on this one. Pay attention to your local elections because they get federal dollars every year. That same Republican said on Fox News, said that we're going to wait till the hurricane gets passed and done. And we're going to wait until all the dollars get tallied up. And then we're going to see how much money it needs because the states have money. Paraphrasing. Why? Because the states have money. The states get money every year. But whenever they request money from FEMA, the states actually put in money as a format of emergency funds by under certain U.S. code, so and so, yada yada. Okay, and then FEMA says, okay, yes or no, and they generally say yes, because how would it look if they were to get some sort of request from emergency situations, i.e., a massive flood of immigrants? How would it look if they were to say no? How would it look if they say yes? Damn if you do and damn if you don't. And sure, all of you probably thinking, well, it's probably their fault that it's there in the first place, and you probably would be right. Again, I'm a shoot shot, and I got a shot for both sides. But I have not heard no one for weeks offer a shot, not a one, besides the shot that hit his damn ear, that says anything negative or objective to the other side, to say, what can we look at to say, are we making the right decision, or to say, hey, we are looking at our side and we're being objective about it.
But because the candidate that we're talking about in Kamala Harris, if you look at certain things, like the border, if you look at the numbers statistically, we just had the 60-minute interview with Kamala Harris, and he looked in her face and he told her, he said, the border has always been a problem. He said, but under you and Biden, it's a historic amount of people who have come across the border under your tutelage, a historic number. And she said, yeah, well, he said, yes, but let me finish asking my question.
Yeah.
How is it that 24 million people come across the border under your watch and you the borders are? And then they ask her, you haven't been to the border? I haven't been to Europe either. Yep. 24 million people come under your watch. 24 million. That's your job. Now go look at the number of motherfuckers came across the border when Trump was president. This is what people are looking at. Okay, so if we're looking at immigration and we're saying immigration is a problem in this country, you think these men out here, these hillbilly motherfuckers, are looking at the numbers and saying, wait a minute, you mean 24 million people came over here to come and threaten their job? I'm not voting for that bitch. That's what they're going to say. I'm not voting for that. No, she, as vice president, she let 24 million in. Hell, as president, she's going to let 48 million in. And the guy asked her on 60 Minutes, why did you loosen the laws that Trump put in place for immigration? Why did you loosen those laws? Guess what she said? Well, I grew up around immigrants and never answers the fucking question.
Boss man, let me explain something to you, man. I appreciate your bloviating, but you ignored everything. No, you bloviated. Let me continue. You bloviated, since you want to use big words. I'm going to introduce some words like cognitive dissonance, because I think that the videos that I played went out and explained precisely what happened. That man said that you guys have only spent 1% of what you have available to you. Now, for you to bloviate on this and go on this rampage and not address not one video that we put up there is what the last gentleman said in the last video I put up there about how the Democrats are not willing to have a genuine conversation about the topics at hand. I asked everybody to speak about the video. You never spoke about the video. You started talking about Trump, just like them Democrats.
Wait, I'm
not done. I'm not done.
I want it to go and address each and every one.
I want you to address this too.
I'm not done. I'm just telling you, that's the main reason why a lot of times people lose arguments, is because they don't speak to the point itself. If I ask you what 2 + 2 is, the answer is 4. It's not, I grew up in a middle class, whatever the hell it was, and your mom lived on top of a store. America don't have time for that.
They don't.
They
not
don't.
that shit.
Lost.
I'm not done. I'm not done. I let you speak, and I did not say a word. Okay? Now, whenever we play a video, it is for us to discuss the video, not to go up and pull up Project 2025 or whatever. You pull it up on your turn. My thing is, I put a video out there. The guy already said that Trump said he's not associated with that. Two gentlemen. Not only did I pull up two videos, I pulled up two videos of both of the same parties who are critical of their own candidate. I pulled up a video of CNN who was critical of their candidate, and I pulled up a video of Trump, of Fox News, who's critical of their candidate. If they can be critical of their own candidate, why can't we speak to what's going on in these streets as far as our candidates are concerned? Now, my whole thing is this. I've watched many people come up on this panel and we ask them direct questions. All we ask is for direct answers. We don't need to flow at Mayweather shuffling around the board, talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with the topic. It slows down the conversation. And for that, I say,
you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
That's all I'm saying, man. No points have been awarded, man. None. So when I ask for your opinion on the video, that is to remain consistent across everybody to get your opinion about what you saw in the video. I'm not asking for anything else. I'm not asking for what Trump did on his vacation. I'm not asking about all of that. All I want to know is, why is it that we can't have a straight conversation about what's on the table? That's all I'm saying, man.
Okay.
And you know what? The killer part about it is, boss man, I'm not picking on you because I've called out everybody else too. Anybody who's ever came on this channel, I'm letting you know. Rick will tell you. Rick will tell
I understand.
My bad, bro. My bad.
I'm just saying, but here's my thing. All I'm saying is that let us shoot straight so people can make an informed decision. We don't want to interject anything. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome to the show, while the mic is still hot, Jeff. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
What's up, Unc?
Uncle Jeff in the building. What's happening, brother?
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
You good. You good.
Okay. Hey, man, this show is on fire tonight, man. I'm really.
Yeah, boss man, do you want to respond?
I did, because I think I want to return, because what you said, I believe, was a little bit disingenuous as well. One is because when I asked to be able to address each one in return, because earlier we played one at a time, so that way we can be able to return it in jest, and I did. And I provided clear-cut explanation, even provided agreement to everyone's point about the Democrats on each one. In this case, I provided response to two of the videos, and if I missed a couple, then tell me which ones I missed so I can do the same thing as I've been doing all night. But you're saying that I missed something, and obviously if I did, then tell me which ones I missed so I can continue the consistency, because I am pretty much known for being consistent. And if I'm not, then tell me which ones I'm not.
Allow me to retort. We were talking about the last video I showed about Project 2025, and you pulled up Project 2025. So that lets me know that you were on task. My whole thing was this. I was pulling up that video because they were saying that Democrats were trying to say that Trump is associated with this, and he's not. That's the main reason why I pulled this up. You went into details about the details of Project 2025. We were not talking about the details itself. We were talking about the fact that Democrats were lying and trying to tie it into those are two totally different things. And when you started bloviating, that is when I had a problem with it, because we weren't addressing the main issue. That's all.
I see. Okay, there we go. You misunderstood what I was trying to say.
You were saying a lot. That's why I was sitting up and waiting.
Sound like one of y'all was talking about the dog and the other one was talking about the owner.
So let me clarify. The reason why I said what I said was because it makes it very difficult for people to disassociate him from Project 2025 for a couple of reasons. One, if his name is riddled through it. Two, if he's riddled through it and he didn't disassociate himself from it early on. It wasn't until he started receiving heat from it that he then decide to come out and then pull himself from it. I'm giving him credit that maybe he's not associated with it, which is fine. But the problem is that it was already out there before he actually disassociated from it. That's 2. 3 is that Heritage Foundation is the one that wrote it. So what I'm saying is that he then, while he was in the middle of the heat, he then went to go and speak at a Heritage Foundation situation or a Heritage Foundation event. So what I'm saying is that it wasn't so much that they were lying, in the sense that it's very hard to break that association given the circumstances. Now, do I believe that he's associated with it? If you noticed, my reasons for not supporting him had nothing to do with Project 2025. So
that wasn't on the table. What we were saying was that other people were using it as a talking point for why other people should not vote for him. The man said they wrote it 18 months ago. If he did go visit it, it was after the fact. I put it to you like this. If people wrote a book about Donald Trump, is he responsible for what's in that book?
No.
So why is he responsible for this?
He's not.
Exactly. Let's move the point. Jeff, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, man. Y'all see me playing around with my background. I'm trying to get decent background here.
Yeah, you good.
Hey, I think you it sounds like an argument about who hates us least. Okay. There is no the problem with this, and it happens even amongst the smartest people, which, by the way, this show is dope tonight, y'all. Everybody is respectful, coming with fire is dope. You don't have, in the words of John Henrik Clarke, you have no friends. Donald Trump is not your friend. Kamala Harris is not your friend. Nobody, no one is stopping the people who are coming in and cementing you into a permanent underclass. No one. Your vote, everybody here will agree with everything I'm saying and go right back to their binary corners after I say the following: that there is a shadow government that truly runs everything here. B, the presidency, the election is a popularity contest to see who the masses will take the bovine feces coming from next best. You will agree to all of that and go right back to how dreadful it is to vote for either of them, when really what we are watching is an argument over who is going to get to steer the ship Titanic post iceberg. We are post iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Neither one of these people has anything for you. And one of them, that should have sisters outraged, has come out and admitted it. You want to start somewhere? Start with your finances. Start here. I'm going to say it again, and I don't care how unpopular it is. If the NBA was 85% Armenian, do you think the Chinese would own it? Start there. If you have a favorite sports team, you're the problem. You, us, as a people who collectively are the arbiters of cool and potato salad with no raisins in it. Us. But we don't want to take our chips and leave because we want to be included in this shit so bad that we will ignore the fact that our borders have been open and single military-age males have been pouring into this land. And on any given day, they can go Wednesday at 2:30, go. And the feces will hit the rotary oscillator, and we get back to, let me bring this back to Doe, you black man don't have any friends or any plans that include one another. How many of us know 9 other men who are capable at operating and going down one manhole cover and coming out another in another spot of the town? How many of us know city electricians? How many of us know or have provisions for yourself or are out of the way because when November 11th get here? Either way, these white folks gonna lose their shit. That's what you need to be worried about. These boule niggas on the radio, they're gone already. They have appointed rounds. They have a mission to keep middle-aged, weave-wearing, fat black church women in line because that's the only thing that's holding America together. Nothing else. If that woman says, here's your God back, here's your hair back, give me my man back, it's really all up. I really think, and I don't mean to derail the subject tonight, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm trying to figure out which one of these people has proven friendly. I'm trying to figure out when was it that Donald Trump did not fail abjectly at all of these businesses. I'm trying to figure out when is it that Donald Trump directly stepped away and apologized for his position on the Central Park 5. I'm trying to figure out when it was that Donald Trump has stepped directly away from David Duke. And I can't find any of that. We already agreed. This is why we don't have to talk about Kamala in this space. We don't have to talk about her. The same reason we don't have to talk about don't none of us go in the bathroom with the lights out and say Candyman 3 times. For the same reason, we know who that boogeyman is. We don't seem to know who the other one is, and we don't seem to understand the gravity of the situation that we are in. I'm done.
Thank you, Jim. R-Pain?
No, I mean, the conversation we've been talking about, I don't have anything more profound than what's going on right here. We're between a rock and a hard place. And I'm still saying the same thing I've said before. Now, Jeff, I hear what you're saying because, the only conversation that we're having is that we're talking about the two evils that we have, right? So no matter who you choose, it's still evil. But this is the system we have now. So we just got to see how it plays out. So, but me, the whole thing is what I was hoping to happen over the last couple of years is in front of me now. Black men, whether rightly or wrongly, standing up and saying nobody's going to make decisions for us. And we're starting to see black men en masse say, hell with the sisters, hell with the Democratic plantation. And even if we're off plantation, there's nowhere to go, we're at least not giving it all to these same guys who have us in mental slavery. And that's where I'm at now. So however the election comes out, I think we have a victory seeing those numbers come down from the 90 percentile for the Democrats. So some of that's encouraging to me, And my life I'm on the other side of my life. I just hope you guys have enough life left that where y'all don't have to wait 30-something years to have revelations. So that's why I'm at.
You know what I'm saying? I remember distinctly having this conversation with you a couple months back. And you were saying that we all have to come together on one common ground to move. In this particular situation, we didn't come together on one thing, but we all moved. We got our own different reasons, but we all moved.
That's right.
And it made a difference. Yes, it did. And I think I kind of figured out the reason why it moved. Because people thought less than us. That's probably what happened. And I'm pretty sure they had their own reasons why. Take heed, it's on you.
So I just want to say this. When Boss Man was doing his get down, Boss Man, you did a wonderful job, sir. You did a wonderful job as always. I don't disagree with you at all because both parties need to be held accountable. I want to share something with a lot of us that is the uncomfortable truth. No matter if this place goes straight to hell, right? None of y'all have anywhere to go. Just want to put that out there. Other countries cannot stand us. They hate to see us in their land. Because we're so arrogant, we don't know how to work together. Only when crisis happen or somebody has come against the nation, then we work together. But on a daily basis, we cannot work together. And that's the uncomfortable truth. So no matter if you have 9 or 10 people, when this shit hit the fan, there are so many people that still can come against the 9 or 10 people you have. The best thing we can do is come together as one nation, because the only thing, and I keep stressing this, the census is not lying to us. We are number 3 in this bitch when it comes to the count. So if any other race come against us, we are gone. I don't care how many weapons you think you have or how many people that you know. We killed our bloodline a long time ago in the 70s to right now. And this is the uncomfortable truth we don't want to have. We don't want to hear this. We don't want to hear this truth. We did this to ourselves. Even though there was agenda that was coming far and wide, that doesn't mean just because you see cocaine on the table don't mean you go snort it. This is the uncomfortable truth. Yes, they had agendas against us. That didn't mean we had to go and do it. It didn't mean we had to sign up for it. The one thing that Bill Clinton has said that I agree with is that they brought all those people in here because Americans are not making babies anymore. And that's the uncomfortable truth. We are not. Because we got this stupid gender war that's tearing up everything. This is the uncomfortable truth. We have this stupid gender war that's tearing up everything. Nobody wants to make love to nobody anymore. No babies are coming. Even my hospital, the baby wing is closed because there's no babies in that town. So this is what it is. We have to come to this understanding that these people that they're bringing in is what? They're replacing us because we couldn't see the writing on the wall. Oh no, we don't need our men. Men ain't this, men ain't that. You have women in the chat that can't even stand men right now. They somewhere in a big house drinking wine. Okay? And up here telling other women, oh, they gonna kick black man off the they gonna kick boss man off the piano. We are not. Y'all don't even know how much we love this man right here. We just having a disagreement tonight. They just having a disagreement, but I bet you after this show we'll be in behind the scenes laughing and joking. But because y'all hyenas coming here acting like you know what's going on. And this is the uncomfortable truth. We made this bed. Black people, black women, we made this bed. We signed up for this foolery. Because we let people tell us, you got too many children. Oh, but you can't have a husband in a household with 11 kids. What woman thought that made sense? You got 11 babies and no man in the household. It's okay for you to keep having babies, but no man. You have lost your mind. Somebody told me, if they told me right now I had to go back to being a baby mama, somebody gonna get their ass whooped. I'll be damned. And because we listen to agenda and we get fooled by nonsense, Black women, we get fooled by nonsense because we want to be powerful. We want to be, I'm a strong Black woman. I'm a queen. We are the only race that call ourselves queen without a king. So no, this is what it is, Black women, Black men, this is what it is as well. Nobody wants you to come to their nation unless you have a link with them. Unless you're married into another nation. That's only how they will want you to come. American people, I want you to understand this. You do not have a leg to stand on in another country. They will dog walk you. They will dog walk you. The only blessing I have is that I'm married to a Nigerian. So if any foolery happen, we pack up and move into the house down here. This is the uncomfortable truth y'all don't want to hear. It is not easy for an American to pick up and move to another nation and think that this nation will accept you without you having a link there. Stop letting people scare you about doomsday and all this foolery. Only thing you can do is that Americans need Americans. That's it. That's all you can do. And I'm done. I'm finished.
Appreciate it, Takey. You know, the funny thing about it is, man, people think I'm coming down on Boss Man, but I want Boss Man to be good. He's good at what he does. And we talk about this stuff after the show. And we recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you should have said this and you should have said that. Because iron sharpens iron. That's what we do. And that's why we need him to be objective. Because he shows us where our holes are. You know, at the same time, we show him where his too. Because if he's going to be on this team, we want you to be able to swing too, batter. You know what I'm saying? And we always show each other where we vulnerable. That's how we strong. You know, JT will tell you that. You know, our pain will definitely tell you about that.
I must have missed what he said so bad.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, Jeff. It's mostly my part as the host because I want to make sure that we keep this thing in the road. And if we're talking about a specific thing, we want to make sure we address that specific thing. Now, if it's something that we can go off on a tangent on, that's fine. Just as long as it pertains to the main subject itself.
Okay, I got
That's
you.
all.
When he was talking about
Right.
The difference between y'all was talking the difference between the owner and his dog.
Basically. The point that I was making was that the other side was trying to use Project 2025 as a point that they can get. And what I was explaining to them, the purpose of the clip is to show everybody that he's not associated with that. So you can't use that. You see what I'm saying? So
Sure.
if you want to use something else. But make sure that you can use it and it's measurable. We can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Everything's on the table. That's all I'm saying. JT, you've been awfully quiet, brother.
Yeah. So yeah, the thing is that even if we go back to the 2025, it was already explained that these are ideals, right?
Right.
These are the things that they're going to implore the executive, right? That's what that's their whole thing. So I understood even when you see his name was over 300 times, and when it first got to us, we did it on the show before. Right. Even with Boss Man, he even did his. But the whole thing is this: it's ideals, and this is what they were explaining. And they're going to do it, and it's going to be another one. They already have it ready for them to release it 2025. Oh, wait, what is it? 2026. Then it's going to be 2027. They're going to keep doing this because they're saying, if you want to do it the way that we think that is conducive, the correct way, this is what we implore that you guys take on. That's all it is damn ideals. It's not something that they're just going to put in plan. There's no policy in there that's in stone. It's just an ideal. But what they doing, and I got what Loss was saying, this is that whole thing of fear mongering, right? This is that whole thing of just picking out parts and giving people half of the story, or just making it a flat out lie. That's why the man was saying, no, your vice president is lying. We know the difference between somebody's lying and somebody saying something where they misunderstood. No, they understood. They flat out were telling a lie. And the whole thing is that we have to stop And I think this is what's happening now. We're starting to get to the point where we have to start, if we're going to start having our own group think, because that's all that is. It's a group think, ideals. The people need to start doing it. The largest body of government is us, the people. So this, what we're seeing right now, what we're experiencing right now is just the telltale signs of us stop being fucking lazy. Start being more, intuitive into politics, into money, into making your community better. All these different things that we're saying, these are lessons that we are learning. There's going to be some very hard lessons. We ain't nowhere near over with this. It's about to get really bad for us. So we got to start doing something about it. And if we don't, then we're just going to die in 2 feet of water. That's basically what we're going to do. We're going to drown. This is what so we all are on that consensus with each other. Now, when you're talking about, like I said before, you guys even showed the video, this celebrity shit, we need to ignore them.
Facts.
We need to ignore them. They don't know what the hell they talking about. None of them. The ones that's the craziest one, the thing. The ones that has some type of celebrity, but that's in politics, ain't nobody even listening to them. What's my man name? He's here in Michigan, in Detroit. Hill. Last name is Hill. No, hell no. The black guy. He's a actor, but he's an actor turned politician. He played in it was a movie with Denzel. My man that played Jesus, the basketball player that played Jesus. He played his friend. His last name is Hill. I can't remember it.
Hill Harper.
Hill Harper. Oh, his first name is Hill. Yeah, him. Ain't nobody, they wasn't trying to listen to him. This man is going face to face, knocking on doors and all kind of stuff. Nobody's talking about him.
Oh, really? He's a politician now?
Yeah. He's been in it for over 10 years now. So yeah, this guy is something different, man. But my whole thing is that we have to start being a little more intuitive about the things that's going on right now.
But JT,
a little more hands-on. Yeah.
JT, let me ask you a question. How come we don't have a think tank?
Lazy. A lot of us are lazy. A lot of us don't want to hear the truth. And a lot of people just want other people to do the work, and then they will go and sit on the sidelines, and then they will make their little, you should have did this type of thing, right?
Right.
Nobody's talking about how do we vote. Every time voting comes up, it's vote. But we got all year. We got 4 years right now where people can sit back and say, no, this is what we got the best power right now with social media to actually learn how to, if we're not going to vote and we're going to hold our vote, we need to learn how to do it. We got media now. That's one of the biggest, more powerful things in the world that we have. And with media, you can also get funds. You can also get a community together. We have it right in front of us right now. So these are the things that we have to, and it's going to have to happen, because what's about to go down this pipeline, man, it's about to be terrible. It's about to be terrible. I have a grandson, and I'm like, I don't know. By the time he turns 16, man, I'm really like scared for him.
JT, if I could, brother, I think you're having a fantastic conversation with a lot of great points for 1988. I think this page of community activism and voting is exactly what we needed right before NWA came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is perfect 2020. It's perfect hindsight. Voting, to me, is in the level of importance of washing your car while the interior is on fire.
Damn.
You have some other things to do first. And I don't think the scary thing is that we cannot vote ourselves out of this. We can't educate or relocate ourselves out of this. We're going to have to love ourselves out of this. And that's what scares the hell out of Black people. And what I really think that means is to take a good look at the Amish. Who are the Amish hoping gets voted in?
They don't care.
They don't care.
Because they have figured out how to be autonomous in an economy going on around them. We have not figured that out yet, and that is so sure.
Yeah, so let me say something like that. Let me give you a little pushback on this. The Amish is having problems now. They having just as hard of a problem than we have. You know what their problem is? Their young adults are, for one, not living there anymore. They're coming out here with us. And guess what they're doing? Getting their ass handed to them. And guess what happens when they leave? They get ousted.
Hold on, I love you, but you're again, you're pointing toward the wrong Amish then.
Bro, let me tell you, I'm in Michigan, and let me tell you one thing that I do know. We have huge Amish communities in the central part of Michigan.
Okay.
We have huge ones. And guess what's happening? Their children are not being living on their compounds anymore. They're out here with us.
I heard you the first time.
Right. So the thing is this. We have to learn how to do things together. And I still believe that we have to vote. As long as that's the policy of us having power, that is still power. It's not powerful now, not at the way that it's going. That's why I say we have to learn how to do it. We don't know how to do it.
Okay, here's your problem. You're trying to exercise democracy, A, in a republic, and B, in a falling republic.
Mm-hmm.
Neither of those is a fact. I'm telling you that is fantastic. It is wonderful that you are icing a cake while we are being overrun by fire and alligators. Voting is not it. It's not at this point in time. You're trying to get us to participate in a system that cannot be fixed, that must be broken, that we have to step back and let collapse under its own weight. There is no one you can vote in who can swear in to this system and help you with a damn thing.
But I'm saying I agree with that part of it. But what I'm saying is
how
this.
can you, if you can agree with that part, then none of what you're saying applies to now. It applies to 1988.
So how about this? What if it got to the point where, as we stand right now, voting is getting ready to happen, and black folks had got in one mind, and every one of us said, we ain't voting. And we don't even have to be boisterous about it. We just don't do it. Do you think that it would cause any type of distortion in the system?
Absolutely. But the distortion won't matter because there isn't a great left, middle, or right side for you. Your vote is still voted on every 25 years. There is a hate crime bill for everyone but you.
I understand that.
Okay? This system you're trying to get your snow blower to act like a snowmobile. They are two different things. This system has nothing for you, and it keeps proving it to you over and over and over again, and we keep showing up like this has something to do with us. Here's an example of what we could do. I've given this example here before. My wife and I deal in real estate on the side. While my wife was getting her license, she noticed an overwhelming amount of Asians in taking the test with her. She passed the test. It was a sister giving the test. And she asked the sister, why are there so many Asians here? She said, because this is what they do. This is a 200-question test. They don't come in here to pass it. They come in here to study questions 1 through 20 and 21 through 40 and so on singularly until they got those questions. And they fail this test over and over and over until they can pass 1 through 20 or 21 through 40. I can tell because I look at the rest of the test and the person is done perfect in the first 20 and screw the rest up. So I know what they're doing. They all get back together and take the piece of the test they memorized, and they come up with a 200-question test that at least 180 of will be on any test you take. They study that together. They all go and pass the real estate exam. And then they start buying real estate in one area. And that's how you get a little Saigon. That's how you get a little Tokyo. Now, could you tell me, in the process that I just laid out, who got voted in? Who ran for office?
Well,
nobody.
You're right. This is the thing, though. While we're still saying that agents do the least voting, do you also understand that agents are also in politics? They're also in office.
Sure.
So it's something else that comes with that, right? It's
And
definitely
that
something else that comes with
has
it.
nothing to do with you. The office they go to was not written against them. The office that they go to did not consider them 3/5 of a human being.
So my whole point would be this, though, Jeff. We already understand that it's a failing system that's going to eventually collapse.
Right.
So with the collapse, you're also going to have to build it back up. And by us being on this in this doggone United States for as many years as we have to be involved. And then we edged our own way in it. That's how it's going to happen. It eventually will collapse. I'm not speaking as if this is a well-oiled engine. I'm speaking as this is something that's going to fall, and we need to understand it. We have too many people that we're connected to, too many Black Americans that knows nothing about politics. At least we get a chance to learn about it. At least we get a chance to learn how to strategize in it. That's my saying. I'm not saying that we just go out there and we just start building on a flimsy foundation. We already understand, but we also understand that at some point this shit is going to go. And we still got to be here unless we planning on taking our ass to somewhere in another nation. If we plan on staying here, that has to be part of our plan. That has to be our 2020, 2025. Our group think. I believe that that's where we have to go. We can't just sit there and twiddle our thumbs and say, well, this shit it don't make any sense to do it. And then we do nothing. No. I think we have to go a different route. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think I've said do nothing.
Okay.
I think again, the changes that need to be made are too radical for most people.
Mm-hmm.
The turning the water is too inconvenient for most people. So it's more than likely not going to happen. This cataclysm is going to happen to common people, not just white people, not just Black people, common people. It just so happens that common people make up most of us, and we don't have any true friends to include ourselves other than the people who align like now. The people who align like now confuse me when they discuss the presidency as if they're walking into a booth and closing a curtain has a damn thing to do with it. And if, regardless to which candidate makes it in, that candidate has a damn thing to do with what comes next. They're just in the front seats. And I don't know how people can agree with that and still keep down the path of somehow Trump is less evil. Somehow Kamala is good for us, even though she ain't. She's very lucky that nobody is saying Michelle Obama's name right now. If you notice, nobody talks about Michelle because Michelle.
We brought that up earlier today.
Michelle would run the table with her ass. So nobody talks about Michelle right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave it there. That I just don't understand, guys, especially with people as smart as you. I don't understand.
Speaking of a woman's touch, Grace, you want to jump in there?
Sure.
That's a hell of a segue in it.
Yeah.
I've heard everything y'all gentlemen has said. I've been battling out here in the chat with Anissa, and Angry Snowman's been backing me up. At the end of the day, we gotta stop being so damn gullible. And we got to do our own research. Y'all know that long. I know a lot of y'all not gonna like this because I'm not black and I'm saying this, but I'm gonna say it. There's a long, ongoing joke. If you want a black man to know something, put it in a book. We don't read. And do you know how much our ancestors fought for us to have the privilege to read and get educated? And that's one of the least things we do nowadays. Stop being so gullible. The same person that was putting away people for marijuana, now she wants to legalize it. She's breadcrumbing us. That's throwing breadcrumbs. Why did you wait to the last minute to finally put policies out there? Because you already said she's not doing nothing just for the black people, but now you're switching it up because you see you're losing ground with the black man, and then Obama fucked you up. So now you come in all of a sudden with these policies to entice the black man. If they've already been emasculated, they've already been told that they're not smart enough. Come on, people, open your eyes. I'm not saying that Trump is the better choice, Camilla is not the better choice, but think of how we've been living for the past 4 years. Do you want to go down that same route? Do you want to take that chance? I want to know when I have my grandbaby as a little girl that I don't walk into a bathroom with a whole ass man in that bathroom because I'm nutting up. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. Why should my granddaughter feel uncomfortable? Like JT said, he has a grandbaby now, and this world is going to go to shit. And Trump is the type. You heard what he said. He'll take us all down, and we'll just start from scratch. And I'm telling you, people, please start preparing. Stop buying things that you want and start buying things that you need for survival, because it's not going to be pretty. I keep staying in touch with too many law enforcement and military personnel. They only can tell me so much. But just be ready so you don't have to get ready. And all y'all women with your PhDs and fancy houses and drinking wine, stay on the fucking roof and don't call 911 because ain't nobody coming to get you. You don't like men. They're useless. You don't need them. So don't call them when you need them. So with that being said, do your research, vote on facts over feelings. While I was on the panel, I ordered my Amazon Blue Make It Great, Make America Great Again in Trump, because I'm going to start ruffling some feathers because it's hot up here in Georgia. It really is. So I digress. My mic is muted.
Come on, Rick.
With all that being said, gentlemen, make your beds, take care of your home, take care of your families. Like I said, if it's a popularity contest with all things being equal, that's all it is. You gonna do what you gonna do. It's whatever, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's whatever. I hope y'all have a great night. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate it, Rick. Thanks for coming out, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Most definitely, Rick.
You know what I noticed, man? The other day I was watching a video of this gentleman who was in Montgomery, in same state as I am, and he said that he saw a train full of nothing but tanks heading east. I wonder what that's all about.
Okay, translation, bruh. I dare you. Go on YouTube and just put in tanks on trains.
Right.
That has been happening for at least 15 years that I can remember.
No, it's longer than that, Jeff. I've been out of the military for 23 years. So I was one of those dudes that was fixing on them on trains, and I was on ships fixing them.
Come on,
so
bro.
It's way before that. we got damn near 30 years, bro. 30 years of that.
I was gonna say the same thing. They move them son of bitches all around all the time.
Yeah.
What I believe is that we are actually moving under behavior. That's the dollar is worthless. We are working under behavior right now. And just like the term billionaire is a matter of opinion formed by the people who are already in the club.
Right.
Yeah. This is the same way that whether or not the dollar is valid. They go, okay, we got all the tanks in place. We got all the people that we stuck with the zombie juice. We got them over there. Then we got the purebloods, the people who would not let you stick them with that mess. Okay, we got everybody where we need them now. And that now may come from incels. It may come from the government, but that now is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And when it does, again, you're gonna see who really want to work, because that's all that's gonna be able to survive. And I'm not on no Mad Max shit, but really think about it. Think about it. How do you gentrify every city at the same time without a grand master plan? How? All the amount of concrete, the amount of cranes, the amount of workers, the amount of supplies and utilities needed to gentrify a neighborhood, and you're going to gentrify scores of them at once, while you simultaneously bring in undocumented, unqualified workers. What they are basically doing is making these cities sprawling metropolises of whatever you want, and the rest of the world beyond the Thunderdome, nigga. And that's what's for you if you can't figure out how to do something uncommon. This is an attack on common people. Common people. This is why white folks are so damn mad, because they're common and they think that Donald Trump speaks for them, when the last thing he could be concerned with is somebody common. He can't stand common people.
Right.
So I'm just calling the balls and strikes from the centers, guys, from the way I see it.
Yeah. Y'all know how it go, man. We can sit back and we once we start talking about shit and going down that rabbit hole, man, it'll just get to a point where we be like, yeah, I mean, that's just what it is. But we've been trying to keep it, stuck right there where we at.
That's right.
I think we did a great job tonight, man. I appreciate all you brothers, man, for keeping it grown over here. Black Man Unfiltered.
That's what we do. Any final words?
Yeah.
Boss man?
Sure. I've actually long since said that I have a strong opinion, a strong requirement to call someone racist. I actually believe that Trump is more classist than racist. So to write to Uncle Jeff's point, I don't think he's racist. It's a high bar for me to call someone that. Classist, definitely. I don't think he really care too much for the common to the common person, or someone he doesn't see that's either at his level or close to around his level.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my personal opinion. I could be very wrong, but there's more evidence for that than concrete evidence for racism. As far as everything else, hey, just be. If I could impress upon anybody, I wouldn't impress upon anyone a certain direction. I would say impress upon someone to be as objective as possible, and to, yes, do some research, but try your best to do some objective research. There's apps for there's an app called Ground News to figure out if the news that you're getting is an echo chambric type news, or if you're getting something that is reported on that is right down the center. And you can actually see how agencies or news outlets are reporting on it. You can see the difference just by how it's worded, to be able to engender the response from certain sides based on how it's worded. It's purposely done. But I would say shape your opinion by objective fact, as opposed to shaping your objectivity off of your opinion.
Opinions. Yeah.
JT?
It's a great show, man. We had a great conversation. You know how I am, man. When I'm all out, bro. I have no more bullets in the clip. I just enjoyed the conversation, man. I enjoyed sitting down with the brothers, man, and my sisters, and having the conversation, man. It's just always be a dope conversation because I love how we push each other to, with logic and things like that. So it's pretty dope, man. I would want to be on any other panel, man, and having these type of conversations, man, because I value everybody's opinion, bro.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Jeff, guess.
Hey, why don't you let Jeff be
Final
last? Let me go and let Jeff be last. How about that? Is that all right?
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, it's going to be interesting for me to see how this bribe of the brothers works out. I think it's going to fall on his face too. I think she could have got some points if that last point about marijuana was a little different. If she would have said, "Hey, for all these folks wrongfully or in prison, we're going to commute a lot of sentences because now billionaires are being made by the marijuana thing. So we're going to go scour all the prisons we can, and anybody serving extended periods of time, we're gonna amnesty your asses." She could have said something like that. But here's my other thing, and this is for all the folks who are black, who have trouble maybe voting for the white guy over the brown woman. If she could marry a white man, you can vote for one.
Damn,
Word.
Man, you throwing bricks.
Word.
Shit. Word. That's all I can say about that.
That's it.
Appreciate it.
Hey,
Jeff,
good show, man. Good to see you, Jeff, man. It's been a while.
Right on.
Oh,
Jeff,
yeah,
you
man.
got the final word, brother.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
man. You the guest of honor, Mike.
Well, thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me. I love coming here, brothers. Y'all, it's a smart bunch of cats that be up in here. I would love to discuss Boss Man's definition of racism at another time. I really would love to get into that. In the meantime, look up brother Dr. Claude Anderson and what he says about racism. I'm lockstep with that, which means that it's possible to be classist and racist at the exact same time. As a matter of fact, one feeds the other. As far as us getting our stuff together, I think what we're doing here is of paramount importance, because it's not just about now. It's not just about now. There's gonna be a wisdom void, fellas. I think y'all heard me speak of it before. That these young bucks that come up behind us, brother Boss Man not included, but it's young brothers that come up behind us that just don't want to hear from us just because we old. These people have thrown away good logic just because they just don't like it. And what's going to happen is the people that come behind them, they're not going to be able to get no wisdom from these dudes because they don't have any. They're going to have to leapfrog them dudes and come find this right here, what we doing. And that's the purpose I think this serves. I think we serve in the future far more than we know, fellas. And you should all be proud of yourselves, especially with the monkeys throwing shit that is social media. This is some dope shit. I'm glad y'all had me anytime. Yeah, let's do it again sometime.
Yes, sir.
Jeff, man, as always, it's a pleasure, man, because you give us a perspective that's different. You know what I mean? And we really do appreciate that, because you see the world from a different side of the country and you give us eyes where we can't see. And we really do appreciate that, man. We really do.
Appreciate
we got
you
different
back,
people
man.
from different places, man. My thing is this: you brought up a good point about making sure that we take care of the next generation and passing on what we know. The last generation that was with us, they tried the best that they could. They gave us what we had, but it's up for us to make sure that we take what they had, take what we've learned, and listen to what the younger people are going through and put that together and package it up, and hopefully it'll give them something they can use to fuse the future with what they're going through and what the next generation should go through. And hopefully we'll make that a habit and we'll get better along the way. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been a fantastic show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit the cash up, make this thing possible We appreciate y'all. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And when the show's over, make sure you guys go down in the comment section and comment. We'll take all the engagement that we can. Also, any show ideas you guys want to see, we'll be glad to hear from you as always. And remember, we got different shows coming up. Boss Man, you got a show up coming up with tomorrow. Is that right? Y'all tune in to Boss Man show tomorrow. Art Payne got a show on Monday. And we got a show Friday, the barbershop. So Jeff, you're more than welcome to come by. We're gonna be chopping it up as always. You know, it's all freestyle on the barbershop on Fridays, man. Everybody's welcome, man. I appreciate y'all coming out. And that being said, make sure that you guys take care and you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit share. And we out. Peace.
It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. I hope you're all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Need a yeehaw, you know how ye. Here for one night and we just wanna party. In a fast car, a Ferrari. It's a push start, I don't need a car key. Slide on Broadway, and it's gnarly. On a late night, but I'm not tardy. Right on time for the parties and Barbies. Strolling with a chunk of green like a golf swing. Hey, 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 hey. Bottles on ice, mess around these skates. Hey, hey, hey. If I gotta say it twice, then I got nothing to say. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. It's going down like a rodeo. It's going down like I told you so. I hope you're all here for the ride. Come inside, cause it's going down tonight. Only here for one night, no lies. Come and saddle up a ride. Come and kiss me up, it's going down. Like a train with no brakes, I'm not slowing down. See it showing up, we're showing out. Better pack it.